What's up, everybody? This is the Crowded Room Podcast with Alex and Jer, episode number 17. Goddamn. And we're going to start you off with some Switchblade Union as usual.
Little better.
Switchblade to a midnight. About the motherfucking quick knob. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenaded in the moonlight. I was through the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes really go running high. That we don't wanna lie when the union arises. Street light shining, you know my time's arriving. I want this part cause we midnight vibing. Midnight driving, cruising by flying, living so fast, to think about dying. Posted in the dark, and we hang out with the Batman. Scars on my knuckles, cause we fucking with the wolf gang. Switchblade shining, night bright winding. Stars in my eyes when the moonlight shines in. Murder rap on my first track, killing shit cause I've been begging. Suicide on the second, I don't care, just accept it. Knife swipe, banging doom, switchblade coming soon. Chill satisfied when we have up to the fucking moon. Still shine bright, fast spot, make it I swat, short now slide with the bright swat. Love my fist like that's my wrist, smooth shine off the blade, just cruising through the mist. Moving through the midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knob. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenaded in the moonlight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your fan favorite podcast on Thursday fucking evenings here.
Go tell your mom.
Go tell your mom, hide your kids. It's May 26th. And we appreciate it. I think this is still playing. Yeah, you gotta turn the music. We appreciate you guys avoiding the goddamn playoffs, I guess, right now. If you are watching this, it means you're not doing that.
I think they're multitasking right now.
Yeah, you're right. They got one ear on the game, one ear on us.
We got 6 people downstairs doing that.
Right. I guess it's a rare thing for Edmonton to face Calgary in the playoffs.
It is the Battle of Alberta.
How does that happen? Because they're both in the Western Division, aren't they?
But they always get put against other people.
Oh,
and
right.
They both have to win one before
because
they can go against each other.
They eliminate the West until it's West versus East at that very end.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they always have to win one first, I guess. I'm not much of a hockey fan.
But I think the finals is always a Western team versus a Eastern team.
The semifinals.
So like the very finals. So you're like work throughout the semifinals. You're West versus West.
Hey, if you guys know better,
sorry about that. I don't give two shits honestly.
Look at that. We got 9 people watching. Everybody's in the comment section. If this is your first time, say what's up.
Thank you very much.
Smash that like button.
Welcome.
Subscribe.
Welcome back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Fancy Thursday. We finally got some sun. I feel like I look burnt as shit, but probably not.
You just got a really nice tan.
My light was on way too fucking high there. Yeah.
Look at me. I look like a vampire right now.
I went to the goddamn monster truck things. I don't know if some of you are from Prince George here, but hockey sucks. Yeah. What's that guy's name?
I found out that's my uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ima, I think name.
On your dad's
side?
side?
Name or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jared, get some sun, bro. I know. I've been getting lots of sun, actually.
I was out and about. I went to the driving range for the first.
Yeah.
And I hung out outside all fucking day. It was too much. I got burnt. I actually had pain on the damn skin kind of thing.
I think every year when summer hits, you're always just out there.
Yeah.
Until you have too much.
And then I just burn initially, but then I get fucking brown. Like my skin goes brown. Most people just go red kind of thing.
You work outside normally, so you're always fucking
right. Yeah. Yeah, but
tan
when I do go out, I'll have a tank top on, and that skin doesn't usually see sun during the workday, so it actually burns. Yeah.
Don't talk about yourself in a tank top because Shay's gonna get a boner.
Right, Shay. Shay's gonna get drawn to the chat at least. I don't think he's here yet.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but yeah, I went to those monster truck things. Did you hear
I didn't hear anything about it.
But you heard of like a promotion.
I don't even listen to the
it.
radio, so I didn't hear a promotion.
No, me neither. My boss just told me like, hey, he knows a guy who owns one of the box seats up high, so he just rented one of the box seats out for everyone.
Oh, so that's what you did?
Yeah, we went up there.
That's pretty cool.
They come through, like a waitress comes through and like, hey, what do you guys want? They gave us free shots. They get 8 free shots, like a giant round of shots. Yeah. Jesus. And she's like, it's on the house. And she was like going way too extra. She like grabbed they brought us a giant thing of popcorn. And she's like, woo, like threw the popcorn in the air. It was like, whoa, calm down, lady. Like,
easy. Like, we don't even know you.
Monster trucks.
That was like your server?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. They brought us like a giant thing of fucking popcorn, like 3x3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're drinking the Wild North tonight.
The Wild North and the Woodford Reserve.
Whiskey.
Yeah, there we go.
I try something new.
We don't got a problem.
We don't have a problem.
But yeah, the monster trucks were pretty cool. It was a hockey arena, so it wasn't really big enough for like what you're thinking. Where there's like double jumps.
I've
and
seen
tabletops.
monster trucks at the CN Center before.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's decent. It's monster trucks,
right.
But it's funny. They do a trick and then they have to slow right down.
Yeah,
and turn around
it's
There's
one
not
guy.
That much room.
One guy almost flipped over, and so he went way too high, and then landed on his back right wheel, and like almost went back, and then flew back on his regular tires.
So, out of a rating out of 10, what would you rate it?
Well, it was more of an experience. Like if I were to just sit there sober and be like a monster truck connoisseur, I'd be like, well, these guys just went in a line. But it was more like the whole team building with my whole crew kind of thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
bullshit.
Beers galore kind of thing. Yeah.
I called Alex that day and I was like, hey, you want to hang out? He's like, yeah, I'll message you after the monster trucks. Won't be that long.
Yeah.
Never heard from
me again. Yeah. After that, they're like, we're going to my house kind of thing. Really,
you're like, all right,
hey, let's do it. Turns into like easy fucking 5 hours goes by. It's dark out. I'm like, I need to go home. They went down to the Clover.
Oh yeah.
At like 10 p.m. and I was like, I gotta go home, guys, kind of thing. Like I expected to go to Burns Lake the next day.
That's right.
But it didn't end up happening. All of a sudden I was packed up and everything to go, and my mom calls me in the morning. She's like, don't come. We're sick, kind of or Sean's sick, her husband. Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope he's
so I was
okay.
like, well, I get a fucking long weekend to myself then. It wasn't bad.
And now this weekend we're going to Calgary.
Yeah, going to Calgary.
Gonna go watch some Muay Thai fights. It'll be the first time that I've seen a live Muay Thai fight.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not your first time. You were in Thailand.
Oh, dude, you see at least once a week, if not twice a week down there.
But
there's so many events going on in not in all of Thailand, but in Phuket.
Yeah,
that you have like competing promoters coming up like, you want to buy this ticket? No, I'm like,
yeah,
no,
like, hey,
but
go to the show tonight?
If you know how I could get a ticket to the other one, kind of thing. That I ended up spending $100 Canadian just to go see Rod Tang fight.
Oh man, that's
epic. It was, but I was like front
Rod
row, like I could fucking spit on the ring, kind of thing.
For those of you who don't know, Rod Tang is like one of the most exciting Muay Thai fighters you could ever watch.
He's the champion of I think 115 weight class in one championship.
He just lost to Demetrius Johnson in like a special rules fight.
But you don't lose your belt.
But when it comes to just Muay Thai, holy, he's like levels above everybody, even Demetrius Johnson, who's one of the best fighters in the world.
I spent a lot of money. Like in Thailand, $100 Canadian takes you a long fucking. It's like $2,000 their money.
Oh yeah.
But my ticket was literally like 5 feet away from the ring, or my seat. Yeah.
For those of you who are not watching the game and watching us instead,
we appreciate
making a sacrifice. Davey has a live scoring in the comments. It's 1-0 Cowtown. That's Calgary, right?
Oh, nah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, no, that's Calgary. So it's gonna be lit there tomorrow.
Right on. Barney said he didn't tell me, but fucking Carm told me Barney's going to that game.
Yeah, that's what
So
you're
he's
saying.
gonna go watch it live.
So maybe he'll be there for the fights tomorrow or
Oh,
on Saturday.
he
as well.
will for sure.
Okay.
That they all went there.
Oh, that's right.
Together in the same car.
So our buddy Alan and Amon are fighting on Saturday. They got the weigh-ins tomorrow.
Shout out for them. We'll have their
shout out to
coach
those
on next
guys.
week to kind of recap it all for you guys.
I should have posted their GoFundMe in the comment or in the description because they got one of those going because obviously
I know
it's all out of your own pocket.
I haven't touched my Facebook, so I don't really see that.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in supporting a good cause, let me know. I'll send you the link. Yeah.
Right.
That being said, I'll be live streaming the fights, or at least Alan's fight if I can. I don't know if they'll let me.
You might have to go low key on that because they are selling a pay-per-view.
Apparently there is a pay-per-view, so I might not be able to do that. But if I can, I will. So
and I don't even know if they're selling it,
for that.
But they're broadcasting it for sure. I'm sure they'll sell it. They got to make money here or there.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, even UFC events, people are like filming shit all the time.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So,
I did.
Yeah. There you go. So.
I did. I went to the one in Edmonton and I snuck into better seats.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I just I stood by the section where all you got to do is hop a railing and you're in better seats.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Can I see your ticket?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just waiting for my friend. He's coming up the stairs here." And then the second the guy walked away, I just whooped over the stairs. Oh, yeah. And I was in better seats, and then I was just filming like, that's my friends up there, but this is me. Yeah.
Sasha says, "I'll be watching Jer's stream from Calgary." Andrew says, "I'm watching the stream from Mars."
Thank you, Andrew. I think he's on mushrooms.
You baked there?
Yeah.
Add a little hooty hoot.
That's okay. He's our admin, so
yeah,
he can do it from Mars. Yeah. But yeah, that was a weekend, and then hung over as shit. But I still got out and went to golf and stuff like that. Yeah, you should. Have you ever golfed?
Of course.
Course. You say course. I've never seen. You don't own a pair of golf clubs or nothing like.
But yeah, because it's not like summer hits. I'm like, I need to go golfing. But normally on Father's Day, like I'll go golfing with my dad and my brothers, and I normally do pretty well too. Like
I just rent clubs kind of.
I'm really good at hitting the ball fucking straight, man. But then when I don't hit it completely straight, it's like completely off. Yeah. Like it's like the exact opposite. But
yeah, I'd rather just go soft and hit it straightish and then try to cream it and go fuck it. But I'd like to get into it because I went to the driving range a lot last year, but never actually got out golfing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew says he had a hoot, scoot, and a boogie.
Oh fuck yeah, is that me shit?
Lenny's in here now. What's up, Lenny? Andrew says, "Go golfing with me, Jer." Fuck, that'd be dope. Yeah, the three of us should go golfing. Mm-hmm. And hey, you know what? We should have a contest. The winner gets to go golfing with the three of us.
Right.
Yeah, we'll supply the beer and get you hammered.
Oh, right, a contest from the chat
for these guys.
Yeah. No, I'm into it, especially on Sundays. I'd like to start doing it. Maybe not always the fancy Aberdeen because that's
like the only place I ever want to go golfing.
It's so narrow drives. Kind of the fairways are so narrow. It's so easy to lose your ball, and there's such chill places that are like par threes.
Alex goes to the driving range with his girlfriend.
Who says that?
Your girlfriend.
Great. I love how she likes to just dog on me and like wrap me up.
I know she loves her golfing a lot too. So maybe she'll be our fourth person. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Right. But yeah.
Then we have to bring a girl.
Yeah, dude. And then we can't fart.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Can't get blackout drunk. Well, we can.
She'll drive us. Yeah. It works out though.
All right, you can come.
Yeah, I'd like to get into that more because I never actually golfed at a course at all last year, but we did a lot of driving.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we got a trip coming up. We're gonna go to Kelowna in the end of July.
A golfing trip?
Well, it was essentially it was gonna be a wedding that got canceled. So now we got the time off and stuff. So we're just gonna go fucking hang out with her family and golf, I guess.
Okay. Andrew says, "Jerry, you can ride with me and we can fart and slam
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah. Cheers to that one. Andrew.
That's all it takes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why he's our admin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Yeah, we used to sneak beers in our bag and stuff and just do like stupid golfing. Like you wouldn't hit anything good. But yeah.
I like just buying them where I'm able to buy them along the way that I don't get too drunk. But when it's really hot, man, holy, they go down quick.
But the other shitty thing about the super nice courses is they're so popular that there's always people behind you pushing your pace. Whereas if you just go to a chill one, that's like
fuck them anyways, man.
Right?
You go your
Yeah,
own
I
speed.
hate that. Dude.
No, because I'll
They're
let
like, "Can I
people
play
pass me.
through?"
I'll let people play
Yeah,
through
yeah.
because I like to take my time, right?
Right. It sucks being pressured though. I don't like it. And 18 holes is so fucking long.
Yeah.
That's like a good 5 hours of golfing.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you just do 9 in Aberdeen, you're good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, monster trucks kicked ass.
Monster
Fucking
trucks,
sunburn my
golfing.
ass off.
yeah.
Yeah.
What else happened in the last week here?
Not much. I was
That's
doing
about it. We're
stupid
going to
work.
Calgary.
I did these piles today for a deck. For like a stair landing. You have to screw them in by hand. You ever seen that?
Nope.
It's a screw pile. It's a screw on the end of a stick.
Like a special like fucking...
just a 2x4
that
you put in a saddle. And so
I get it.
Literally you have to push like down feed pressure on it, or else you're just gonna skip on the top. You get so fucking dizzy because you're just spinning circles. You probably look like a retard. A buddy today was like, "Who needs drinking when you could just spin around like a retard and get dizzy as shit?"
Sasha says it's a techno metal post.
Yeah, no. Those are the legit ones. These are like the hand. Maybe that's the same name, Sasha, but these are the hand ones that you buy from Home Depot and do yourself.
I thought he was talking about music.
No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
You know.
Techno metal post is the name of a guy that does pile posts. They're called piles. In school they'd call them piles. Is the term. But maybe that's what they call the little ones.
I knew that.
Yeah.
My uncle's a carpenter.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's probably like, "How did you not know that?
How did you not know this, Jared?
Sorry, uncle.
You disgraced your name."
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah.
I heard those good ones are like $400 per pile.
Oh, yeah. But that's the guy who shows up on like the ditch witch and drives them in for you. These are like literally like the stem on them is 1.5 inches or something, and you drive it yourself with a 4-foot 2x4 going.
I want to drive a ditch witch just because of the name.
Yeah, just because you'd be embarrassed.
I ride a ditch witch all day.
Yeah, no, they're pretty cool. It's just a mini drill.
You know, like the cover of Bat Out of Hell, like Meatloaf
on a ditch.
I think when I hear ditch witch, like I think of that.
There you go. No.
Hanging on for dear
it's a little drill, but that's that like you kind of ride on.
Yeah,
it's like the size of a shopping cart.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, cheesy stuff. But yeah, I actually got to do framing this week, and yeah, was doing that all day. It's nice when the sun shines. It's nice to actually shoot nails and stuff. But yeah,
that's when it's nice to work outside.
Right. Other than that,
Your
we were
connection
doing
is
demo.
unstable. Please wait.
Who keeps saying, "Oh, that's us this time"? Oh no,
it's okay. I'm sure it'll come. It's done that
from
before.
all the people downstairs on the fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no shit. I think we're still good though. Oh, there we go. We're good.
Give us a thumbs up in the chat. We just got a hiccup on our screen.
Yeah. Let us know if we're still live.
Right. But either way.
So we got some news to go through, some headlines.
We got some news. Should we call Byron up here to do the news with us, or should we just go through?
Byron, you stay downstairs right now.
Yeah.
Be a good boy.
I don't think he's listening.
Byron, lay down, have a nap. And we'll need you in a little bit here. We just gotta hit some headlines.
Well, the biggest one that everyone's heard is the fucking shooting in Texas. You heard that?
Only a little interruption, still good. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
So I guess the United States has had like 288 school shootings this year.
Yeah, well, I mean, fucking, that's just at schools, right? Like,
and
imagine streets and fucking.
Like when you put or like add gang violence into that.
Yeah.
But let's see here. So United States #1 this year. This year, how many days has it been this year? We're not even halfway through the year yet.
No, almost.
Right? So there hasn't even been 200 days that's passed, and they've had 288 school shootings.
Yeah.
The next person on the list is Mexico, and they've had 8. And
then Canada has like 1.
Canada has 2. Yeah, never heard about either of them.
Yeah, and people talk shit about like countries without gun laws or with gun restrictions.
Yeah.
that like I heard Sean Strickland going on, and he tweets like an idiot just for ratings, but
He speaks his mind. Yeah.
he was like, oh yeah, Germany, Britain, Canada, all these places don't have gun like freedoms kind of thing, and they don't have shootings
Yeah,
coming
but look
on.
at the knife massacres that happen there. People
Right,
find a
right,
way
right.
to kill people. You look like places like that where guns are like outlawed completely, essentially.
Yeah.
Knife crime is like way higher than it is over in in like these
England.
countries.
Yeah,
exactly, because that's what they resort to. Everybody carries a knife and doesn't hesitate to stab people.
Well,
in the
it's an
fucking
island
kidney.
and it's small enough that they could kind of restrict guns from coming in. Whereas, like even Australia, you're not allowed to. I don't know if you're allowed to own a gun for hunting purposes, but you can't. You can't just get a gun for protection kind of thing in Australia.
Those countries don't have the CIA illegally bringing these weapons in and selling them to gangs.
Right. Right. But there's a bigger issue in why, like, it doesn't matter. Restrict the guns all you want. You're not going to stop these crazy people from doing crazy things. There's a psychology issue at hand that people are getting mad at politicians saying, why aren't you doing anything? Like, what can they do?
Well,
just say no more guns.
Canada doesn't have these problems. I think it's like a mental health problem mixed in with like maybe slightly like a little too loose gun regulations. It's not about taking the guns away. It's just the fact that maybe not everyone should be allowed to have a gun. And,
before, like, the thing is, in America, you're not allowed to drink until you're 21, but you're allowed to buy a gun at 18.
Yep.
Right. So that's the argument that people are getting at. If you go back far enough, you think of like the people in Europe who were crazy enough in the 1700s to get on a boat for months on end to come here. Like, you had to be fucking crazy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but once you got here, you had to be fucking nuts to then travel west to go to like uncharted Indian territory and fend for yourself in the Wild West.
Yeah.
So you were double crazy kind of thing, right? Like,
crazy, yeah.
And so that's the people that are like inhabiting the Western kind of like places where you see a lot of these shootings, right?
Yeah.
And these are the descendants of those people. So it's kind of like the psychology is why is America so fucked up? Well, because the most fucked up people said, this is enough, I'm going over to America, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and that's just one theory. I'm not saying everyone's fucked up, but you had to be fucking crazy to get on a boat that took probably like a month or two. Yeah. And you weren't like guaranteed to make
even
it.
Survive. Yeah. And not only that, they check your tongue when you get here. If it doesn't look the right way, they just send you back.
You had to hope that the boat you went on didn't have people that were fucking plague infested. And it was like ore driven.
And then on top of that, have enough like vitamin C so you don't get scurvy.
Yeah. Or stabbed.
Yeah.
From other people on the boat, right? Like you had to be fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude. People go nuts on the way there. And like,
Yeah.
I'm no expert in that, but I learned about it in high school.
There we go. Yeah, that's the same thing. What the fuck? But and then to travel west after that, you had to be fucking ballsy.
Yeah.
Bold.
Trailblazers.
There you go. Yeah. People who will shoot you in the face if you look at them wrong. Because that's the big difference between herders and city folk is people in the city could just run and get a cop, because the cops used to stand on the side of the road kind of thing, right? So say someone breaks into your house and starts stealing stuff, you could just go run, get a cop, hopefully get back in time before they took everything.
Yeah.
Whereas when you were like a cow herder, someone came to steal your cow, like it was an hour before you could get a cop and come back. So you just shot the guy in the face
if they didn't hold you up.
And that's how people raised their kids and stuff. So now, like, you know, if you're a country guy, you go a little more fucking protective over your shit.
And the thing is, why the fuck do you need to go messing with those guys anyways? Like, fucking, you have no business going over there and bothering them in the first place.
Right.
Like,
some people want to watch the world burn.
Most of them have the fucking signs up. Trespassers will be shot. The guys that are crazy enough to do it, warn people.
Right.
Because they will do it. And they'll give you every fucking warning. They don't just snipe you when you're not looking. You know, it's like
in Canada, you're supposed to like leave your house and run away.
In Canada, legally, you're supposed to like not use your guns. Doesn't matter if they have guns. If someone comes at you shooting and you defend yourself with your gun,
you're still
a good chance
murder.
you're in trouble.
Or at least manslaughter or something.
Yeah. Canada's a weird place.
So
Man.
it's weird, right? But then you don't see all these shootings going on, which is to say, like, sure, we don't have such a dense population as America.
I think we have great gun control in this country. I think
Right.
like would I like to have open carry? I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to be able to have a pistol with you, blah blah blah, and, you know, all that stuff. But the way things are here, that's how you kind of stop that problem a little bit in the States, because yeah, illegal guns are a problem, but are these school shootings happening with those weapons? Like maybe in Detroit, maybe in like Chicago, maybe places with lots of gang violence.
Yeah.
But this was a place where I don't know yet. I keep asking this question.
The Texas place?
How do you get a weapon?
It's hard to pronounce this way. Well, at 18, you can just walk in and buy a gun. Especially in Texas, it's like a right to have a gun. In Texas, there's a law you can gift somebody a pistol.
My uncle says maybe everyone shouldn't have a gun. Give everyone a gun. 2 weeks later, the idiots will be shot dead. End of problem. Yeah, exactly.
The problem is everyone already has a gun. So what are you going to go walk around trying to like take them off people?
That's just it.
Impossible.
If everybody has a fucking gun, and then you pull out your gun and try to do something, and there's 10 people around you, that's 10 guns against your one gun. Like, you got to be a fucking idiot to pull it in the first place. So I think the more guns, the better. That's just my opinion.
You're never going to get them away from everyone. So the idea is a well-armed society is a polite society. Because, right, that's the idea, at least in Texas. That's why they're so lenient with their gun laws. And it honestly doesn't matter. You can restrict, you can say fucking robbing banks is wrong. It's not going to stop a bank robber from doing it. Right? Like, you're just going to stop the law-abiding citizens from being able to protect themselves if you take their guns away.
Well, that's just it. You know, if someone breaks in their house, it breaks into your house, they're not allowed to murder you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowed to break into your house either. So that should solve all that, right?
They just changed that law. Got you.
They have laws against that, so that should save you, right? And it doesn't. People are still going to murder you.
There's still, like I said, people want to watch the world burn. Some people are just having a bad day, and they don't want to go work for stuff. They want to take your stuff.
Andrew says, I've got 2 unregistered weapons on me at all times.
In my trunk.
In my trunk. For anyone who watches Kill Tony, yeah, I got a gun in my trunk. No, we can't get away with that joke like he does. But then
in my fucking trunk.
Shay says, yeah, those hands are registered sex offenders, though.
Oh, no.
Shots fired.
Fondlers.
Shots fired. Shay, I hope you don't got monkeypox yet. I heard it spreads through gay sex. Everybody stay away from Shay's house.
Right.
You don't want monkeypox.
Anyways, yeah. So the monkeypox, they don't know how it spreads. The only thing they know is that the guy who got it, he has butt sex. The way they describe it on the CDC website is a man who identifies as having sex with other men.
Well, and they also said that it doesn't spread through vaginal fluid.
Yeah. So, and no one saw Shay in the last couple weeks, so I don't know where was he. But anyways, this isn't anything new. Monkeypox was a big thing in 2003. Apparently, I've never fucking heard this.
Well, it's still a big thing in Africa, I believe. Like, if you want to go to Africa, you have to get vaccinated before you go there.
Yeah, because it naturally occurs in places like Africa and places like Southeast Asia. But in 2003, there was 47 confirmed cases in 6 states in the in the Americas. The weirdest thing is the vaccine for it got approved in September 2019. So none of us had ever heard of this, but they approved a vaccine for it right before Corona hits.
Yeah, like they're trying to develop a vaccine for everything, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, that's not so suspicious to me.
Yeah,
like,
correlation, causation,
a little bit. Odd. But I mean, apparently, at least that vaccination works. Like, if you get vaccinated for monkeypox, you don't get it.
No, crazy.
Because the virus is actually in it.
Right.
So if you get vaccinated with it, you can actually shed it and get other people sick.
Right.
For a little bit. So it's one of those.
Right. Well, yeah. You know how Texas has like crazy animal kind of laws? You can import like exotic animals.
Yeah.
That's how this got to spread. A big like shipment of crazy animals came into Texas in 2003.
Yeah.
And monkeypox went through 47 confirmed cases. And we never heard of it. It wasn't a giant fucking cause for concern.
No.
People didn't lose their minds.
No.
All right. Little odd.
The Canadian press put out an article through CKPG quoting Theresa Tam saying, excuse me, it's not very contagious in a social setting.
Yeah.
And then the rest of that article is about how Canada is considering vaccinating everyone for it. And it's like
mandatorily, like you lose your job again.
Your fucking health expert just told us it's not an issue.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the article is like, yeah, well, we're considering vaccinating everyone still because it can spread through saliva.
Yeah. There's already like a lack of employees kind of thing, like employment force kind of thing. And they're like, you're going to bring another one in.
Lenny says monkeypox, COVID, and the possibility of getting shot. Nice life. Yeah. I mean, no matter what way you look at it, you're dodging shots. Like
exactly. I mean,
unless you like getting shots.
It's still like living in America still looks better than Canada. Honestly, I don't care. I mean, fuck, just right the fact that you don't have winter. That's the big one.
Dude, America looks better for a lot of reasons right now, but obviously things like the shooting is definitely not one of those reasons.
The economy, like our gas prices are some of the highest in North America, especially in Vancouver.
California hit like $7 a barrel.
If you translate it, like the Vancouver prices are almost $9.
Jesus.
A gallon.
Yeah, it sucks to live in Vancouver and pay for gas right now.
Mm-hmm. It sucks to live anywhere like that for sure, but
pretty much.
And we're 20 cents down from that. We're like we're hurting.
It's bad right now, and apparently it's just going to get worse for the next year. They say anyone living outside their means is going to like get fucked over in the next year. A year from now, there's going to be some crazy shit happening.
Yeah, like imagine if you had kids and you had to like worry about fucking feeding them and like putting them through school and stuff. Like
yeah man, dude, I saw a video from Detroit. Like in the middle of a classroom, this kid pulls out his handgun and points it at another kid. They all laugh and the one runs away. It went viral. And they knew what school it was. Like, imagine your kid goes to that school.
Yeah.
Like, would you want to send?
You can't do anything about it because you're like broke.
Well, like you live in Detroit, you can't
just move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're stuck there. But I mean, like, god damn, that's scary shit, man. I'm glad we don't really have to deal with it on that level here. Like, not really worried about school shootings here.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Lenny says he pays $5 a gallon. So if you do the math, 5 divided by 4 is going to give you 125 or so. 125 here I gotta finish this stuff, but 125 and then you got to do the math for fucking Canada to America, so that's I'm not willing to do that. That's still right like now. I would love to pay those prices, Lenny. That's kind of cheap for us.
Yep. What else we got in the news?
So we got that NFL player beat the shit out of a United Airlines worker. You see that?
Nope, never heard anything about this. This is the first I've heard of that one.
So this United Airlines worker started arguing with the NFL player, initiated the shoving match, and then got knocked the fuck out. It was a viral video.
Jesus.
Online. I'm sure other people saw it. Yeah. And just like he doesn't know how to like really punch, but he knocked him out hard after a couple of shots. But the dumbest thing is the United Airlines worker is the guy who started it. And the NFL player got.
Oh no! I saw that.
Yeah.
That's that. They weren't.
You didn't know he was an NFL player, right?
Not only,
but it was just a black guy knocked out the TSA or the airline guy.
I was picturing it on a plane.
Yeah, no, not on a plane.
No, I know exactly. He comes up and tries to grab him, and then the guy fucking hits him a few times.
Yeah,
and then he stops because he's winning, and then the guy comes up and slaps him, tries to grab him, but he's like, "What the fuck?" Boom.
Yeah. So that guy is an ex-NFL player. He actually currently plays for the Calgary Stampeders.
Oh, was that in Canada?
No, that was in New York. Okay. Newark. I think Newark's in New Jersey, I think.
Okay. Let's get to these real quick. Dan says, my kid has lockdown drills in her elementary school at least once a month. That's fucked up. It's like we're getting ready to be like the States. Shay says 9 minutes left till the second period. Get to the tin foil. Yeah, check your ass. He smacked him. A good one. Oh, he's talking about the NFL player.
Right. When I went to school in America, we did drills where kids hid under their desks when I was in like 5th grade.
I've never done a shooting drill at my school.
I want to say this is like a nuclear bomb drill. Yeah. We did drills where it's like all the kids like hid underneath their desks.
Dude, we did fire drills. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all we ever did. That's all they were ever worried about. And we never had a fucking fire either.
Yeah.
That's the world I grew up in.
Exactly.
Very privileged. very privileged.
Yeah. They never told us what it was for or what we were drilling for, but I remember they're like, hey, beep, 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 everyone hide under their fucking desks. Like a little alarm went off. Yeah.
So if you hide under your desk, that'll save
you don't
from a
get
nuclear
shot.
bomb.
No, see, it'll save you from the roof falling on your head.
Oh,
kind of
fair
thing.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the fucking flood that's happening at the same time?
Exactly. Or the radiation or the fallout.
Yeah.
See, who the fuck knows? They told us it was if the power plant blew up.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what my brain wants to tell me. I was 10 years old at the time. But yeah, that guy, the NFL player, he's ex-NFL. He plays for the Calgary Stampeders right now.
Okay.
And he got arrested, charged with the assault, and the airline worker got nothing at all. And the airline worker is the guy who like started it.
Definitely started it.
Yeah.
After I watched it I watched it a lot of times because
Yeah.
it was pretty satisfying to watch because you just see the little guy come up and slap him and try to grab him like, hey, come here, young man. And he just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Fucking it was satisfying.
Yeah, that was good.
So
Kevin Spacey charged with more sexual assault cases. You remember
last time? It's like,
what?
Yeah, he's charged with like sexual assault on a
minors.
minor.
Yeah.
And he was like, I didn't do that, but I am gay actually. And he came out as gay, right? Is it like
he also came out as like he was assaulted when he was a little kid.
He said all that to cover up what he did at the time.
Yeah.
And now
he lost his whole career basically.
Not quite a lot of it.
I haven't seen anything
now
from
he's
him
going to
since.
lose it for sure.
So this is 4 counts against 3 men in England. It was from 2005 to 2008, and he hasn't like been to England to go answer for it. So if he doesn't go back soon, they could extradite him. Yeah, but this is just more fucking
the states
messing
will never
with
send him
dudes.
there.
He's gonna get monkeypox.
Lenny says, when I was a kid in 1950, we had duck and cover drills in case of nuclear war.
Yeah, see, I assumed it was for nuclear bombs because like you're worried about the roof falling on your head. Shooters are still going to shoot you underneath a desk.
You ever see the South Park where they're teaching that in the school? It's from the first season back in the day. And it shows the kids. It's like a video, right? And it's like, remember, if there's a volcanic explosion, duck and cover, and it shows them duck and cover in the lava.
Yeah, and it goes over top of the kids. Like, oh, really?
They're like, hey, I see.
That's probably from what I was talking about. Yeah.
Remember that video, Lenny?
Right. So we got a couple more, but we should probably call Byron up here.
So Byron, get ready.
I don't know if he's listening.
Byron, if you're listening, don't come up yet. Pack a hoot and bring it up with you. I need a bong.
2 hoots.
Come up with the bong pack, please.
There you go.
And take your time. We got another headline, but get ready to come up.
Yeah. So I got a couple Trudeau things. The International Air Transport Association calls on Justin Trudeau to end restrictive travel mandates. International Association.
Who called on him?
International Air Transport Association, IATA.
Wow. So because other countries aren't doing this and Canada's just being difficult.
Canada's being so difficult that they're delaying flights, which then affects other countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying like, hey, this is fucking crazy. They're literally saying this is some of the worst in the world. It's Canada and it's North Korea, and nobody flies through North Korea.
That's us, folks. Yay, yeah. Canada.
Woo! Fucking idiots. When I was going from you fly up around Alaska and then down to China. You literally have to the flight path, because when you go onto your little screen and stuff, you can see your flight path of your plane. The path went woo loop, and it did like this giant loop. Like it would have went right over North Korea, but they did this giant detour because they'll shoot you out of the fucking sky if you go through North Korea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
right.
For
yeah.
Sure.
But there's still, I'm pretty sure that like being associated with that is fucked. Like.
And now, like with Russia, like
yeah,
I'm sure there's no flying over that either. So
yeah,
there's like a whole area of the earth that we have to avoid.
Exactly, and we're the laughing stock of the goddamn world right now because of how we used to tout ourselves as like the freest place in the world.
Exactly,
and now we're like the 15th freest place in the world or something. It's laughable.
You might feel differently because just growing up in the States for a period of time, but. For me, like growing up, I remember like having that like
pride in being Canadian. Yeah.
And thinking like, wow, like I'm really happy that I was born here and not somewhere else. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Your country kind of like indoctrinates you to like fucking think that way. Like every country kind of does, but at the same time,
I mean,
like
as being born Canadian, it like Americans don't look at you as one of theirs kind of thing, right? So I was always Canadian in America, and then you come to Canada and you're that American kid. So it's like you lose both ways, right?
And yeah, man. But I really remember being proud to be Canadian. I used to think Canada was like the coolest place, and right now I consider this is one of the worst places to live. Not the worst, but like you could live in the Middle East.
No,
like
the healthcare is the one thing holding on by a thread, kind of thing. For us, and you know, whatever that is true. If you just walking across the street get hit by a car, that's like a $2,000 ambulance bill in America. If you don't have health insurance,
or pregnancy, broken bone, they're all $10,000.
It's scary, right? Whereas like, but you look around, it's like, well, I've fucking been paying to all this and I haven't gotten anything. I haven't used anything.
Yeah,
it's a win for Canada in that way. Yeah.
Aside from it being a first world country, everything else about it's kind of like, you know,
like
right now the rules
go to the res and tell me it's a first world country, right? Like there's some third world situations
for sure
in Canada. And then there's people walking around asking for donations for third world countries. Like, hey, we have, you know, 2 miles away from us, there's like a real fucking ghetto here.
Doesn't matter. 40 billion to Ukraine, baby.
Yeah, 40 billion. Woo, fuck the baby food.
Fuck the babies. Yeah. They want to make laws so you have to have your kids, but then they're like, well, we can't really feed them all.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like you have to have your kid though, but I don't know if you'll be able to feed them. Yeah.
That's sad.
As soon as they're birthed, they don't give a fuck. Those pro-life people. All they care about is that you have your kid. Once it's born, they don't give a fuck about like any programs that fucking help, like, you know, poor mothers, all those things, like fucking.
Well, here's the thing. Texas will tell you have to have the kid, and then once the kid goes to school, they'll be like, hey, fend for yourself, Timmy.
Yeah. No.
When there's a guy with a gun in your school, you fucking duck and cover. Kind of thing. Yeah.
As George Carlin used to say, like pro-life people don't give a fuck about kids. All they care about is the fetus until it's born, and then they don't give a fuck until it's 18.
Yeah.
And then you're just right for military.
And
then you're
taxes.
Just fine. Yeah. Then it's like, oh, hey, no, we'll pay you $30,000 a year on tax to come.
Yeah, it's sad, but that the same kind of system that'll tell you have to have the kid.
See, you didn't think they were listening, but they were listening.
They were fucking so loud.
We were heard.
Like, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
What are we doing? Hey, that was loud as shit. Sorry. This is
for you.
Our first guest of the day. Pull on in. His name is Byron Kitt. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes, you talk right into that.
Byron Kitt. What's up, guys?
Like you're trying to tickle the tip.
I gotta get right in there
with your mustache.
There we go.
Yeah. Hello,
Did
Byron.
You bring a lighter with you, Byron?
Yeah.
There you go.
We're knocking sticks together.
Hey, Byron, stop manspreading.
Okay, we got Byron smashing the bong. That's a good start. We love bongs here. Anyways. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and our viewers just fucking tanked. Thanks, Byron.
There we go. Anyways.
No, just bugging.
They're watching the game.
Everybody's watching.
What? Let me try their bottle there. So Byron, your name is Byron, yes?
I am Byron.
You're the Byron that we spoke about?
Yep.
We appreciate it.
The failed mountain biking career.
That's true. Yeah. So Byron, when did you start mountain biking?
How many sports have you failed at? No,
Jesus. Rock climbing, BMXing, skateboarding, mountain biking, snowboarding.
As soon as you turn them into hobbies instead of like
I never was trying to be professional
sports,
at a mountain biking.
As soon as you look at like a hobby instead of a competitive sport, then you stop hurting yourself and you just have fun with it.
Right.
It is that's not. They're all hobbies. Anyways, I hurt myself doing all of it.
Can you pull up a video of your crash here that we'd like to go over this? Byron has recently suffered as a victim of mountain bike abuse.
Actually, the most recent was BMX abuse in my collarbone.
I thought that wasn't.
I thought those were the same thing.
No. That was the BMX first.
But
year this
anyways,
year.
Byron really fucked himself up.
So
and
wait, before you
he's
show,
been through a journey.
You know what? Before you show that, why don't you tell the story and then we'll show them.
Yeah.
And then talk it up first.
So I was having just the most wonderful day riding my bike with my friends, you know. And I was hitting this trail. It was pretty like I said, a bit advanced.
Downhill.
Yeah, so you're starting out on probably like this kind of steep drop mountain hill, and it goes around and flattens out and turns into a bunch of jumps. Ranging from 15 to like 35-foot step ups. That's the right before. And then I come around a corner to about I was told it was 37-foot step down. I overcleared about 6 feet on a cross country bike.
What's that mean? Oh, there's that.
It's not the bike I shouldn't have rode.
Pretend the audience knows nothing.
What it means
everything.
is I was using like a bike from 2005, and
with the skinny little tires.
It just wasn't ready for what I did to it. I had a lot of confidence in myself, and
and you fucked up.
How big of a drop was it?
You fucked up. You acted like you were in your 20s.
Was at least 10, 15 feet, but across it was 37.
Right.
I went over 40 feet.
I heard something about 50 feet. Maybe you're exaggerating back then.
It's just like a fishtail.
I went over 47 feet. Well, you tell me.
You can watch the video.
You can show you. It's a 37-foot gap that I overcleared.
Okay.
So,
anyways, the feet don't really make
for
a
those
difference.
watching right now. Byron isn't actually that small. I know he looks really
I am.
small.
Yeah. His head isn't that skinny.
I'm pretty tiny. I have a child size head. It's okay with me.
Yeah, or maybe.
But anyways,
we're just the trees.
He had some friends there with a camera, luckily for all of us, and they took a video of his fucking bail. Yeah. Where he was left in the hospital for how long, Byron?
I was only in the hospital for a week.
What? For a week?
Yeah.
I thought you were like fucked right over for a long time though, yeah?
With how much he was complaining, you would have
you complained like you were going for fucking
You don't
months.
understand. They didn't even want me in there for a week because they just
you
tried
wouldn't
to get
shut
you
up.
through the hospital. But
kidding.
Because I live in a camper, they didn't also want me to go home because
you live in a camper. I forgot that
I live
part,
in my truck camper, So getting up into my bed and going up the stairs
that makes sense.
Would have been incredibly dangerous.
Right. And Byron, before we move on, let's show the audience this video.
Slow-mo is 24 seconds, and then the regular.
Let's do the regular one.
6
People want to see the
second
regular one, and then we'll get on with our lives.
Oh yeah, you can see that. Oh, fucking sent it. Is this slow motion now?
No. This is just the same. It'll just keep playing, right?
That's called a broken back. The backbreaker.
It's and what I did is I crushed my T7 and T8 vertebrae.
And so what does that mean? So like your literal spine got fucked up.
Yeah.
And you're lucky you're not paralyzed, hey?
X-rays and everything.
That's right. So was there a nurse coming through wiping your ass?
No.
A week?
Honestly,
who was
what
wiping your
happened
ass?
is like
Still wiped your own butt?
You guys not realize that I crashed and got up and walked down that mountain.
We don't realize this, but then you went to the hospital, and when you had to shit, you wiped your own ass.
Yeah. I got in shit for going to the bathroom my first day there.
The lady's like, I wanted to wipe your ass.
Yeah, I got in shit while I was pissing, but
so you walked down the mountain,
so I wasn't allowed to. I had to pee in my bed.
You walked down the mountain, found out your spine is broken.
Yeah, my buddies were all there, but I just
what
I did is I grabbed my hands and I took a hand behind and a hand in front, and I pinched myself together.
Christ.
And I was like, man, I'm not fucking sitting here waiting for an ambulance. It's gonna be a helicopter, like for sure.
Yeah,
I'd have been there 24 hours. It just is not how my mind works. As soon as my toes wiggled, I started getting up. My friends were like, don't fucking get up, lay down. No, as soon as I saw my toes wiggle, like that was the first thing you do. Is
how long did it take you to wiggle your toes?
No, like right away.
Oh, okay.
The first thing
you make it sound like this is
I said as soon as I saw my toes wiggle, I got up. Basically.
Yeah.
When
everyone's telling me to lay down.
Talk into the microphone.
Yeah. What I did was I stood up and I'm just like, I'm not gonna push it. And I was like, it's fine, guys. And I don't know, I'm pushing it, but
yeah, you pushed it.
I tried to keep my back very straight, and I put my arms around myself, like I said, and pinch myself together. And Cranbrook Hill is incredibly fucking steep if you've ever been there in Prince George. So I had a buddy in front and a buddy behind, just making sure I didn't fall. But I told them not to touch me because like you don't want to be touched.
Or
I was
around.
really holding back for my friends how much it hurt because they were incredibly
No
worried
shit.
about me.
Well, when you said you conquered Brokeback Mountain, that's not what I pictured.
I never. It's not me that's gay. It's just my back.
Oh, okay.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
You got
shit.
that crooked spine.
Whenever you
shit.
turn
Gay
around,
back.
Spina bifida.
He didn't know how else to get out of the
your
closet
backside's your
except
gay
break.
side. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's
You know?
okay. That's okay. Just watch out for the monkeypox.
Yeah,
How
the
painful
money
was it,
pox.
Byron?
Don't get the money pox.
Cassandra says, how painful was it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I broke this collarbone into 3 pieces and got
No, your
They-
back.
No, just give me
They
a second.
can't. They
just,
can't.
just
see
give me a
that.
second. I broke the collarbone into 3 pieces. I've had surgery on it.
For
It
people,
never hurt once
for
to me.
people online, he's got like a fucking
Show again.
6-inch scar on his
Okay,
collarbone here.
Yeah, so this is the most.
They
Sorry.
still can't see
Yeah.
it.
What the point I'm trying to make is I have a pain tolerance that's a little ridiculous.
Okay.
And when I
Yeah.
hurt my back, I was screaming.
And you think
out
you're
loud.
20 something.
I was like, "Ugh," like, but I'm
Were you
also
winded
very
as well?
vocal. I'm like, that's some pain. That is what pain is.
Woo,
Just laying
bro.
there,
Were
just
you
like-
winded as well? And talking to them?
No, I wasn't winded. I was.
There you go.
I just wanted fucking drugs, honestly, but I didn't want to seem like a druggie and ask for them. But all I
Give
was
me the
honestly
drugs.
thinking for in my head was like, when are they gonna fucking give me
Byron's-
some drugs?
It's like, I want drugs. They're like, we already gave you some before this. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, that's why you
Yeah,
crashed.
that's
That's
another
why you
thing. So
crashed.
I got
What the
permission
fuck?
to eat edibles the whole time I was in the hospital too, because I was like, I'm a chronic pot smoker and I need my fucking pot.
Oh.
So they let
Hey.
me eat edibles.
Really?
Shout out to Lenny real quick. He's got to go to bed.
Lenny, thank you so much
Have
for
a good night, Lenny.
for attending.
Good luck waking up early.
Yeah,
Thanks for
we
tuning in when you
appreciate
could.
it. We gotta talk to Lenny sometime soon. On we have had you call in for a while.
That being said, if any of you guys want to call in, the Skype thing is in the
Oh yeah,
in the
we haven't had
description.
call-ins for a while. We should
Yeah.
we should try to theme some
Any
episodes where
questions?
people call in and ask us advice because
It'd be
we're
nice.
fucking smart.
The thing is,
Oh yeah.
you know?
every
I
well,
can
that's
tell
what my
people
mom
what
used
not
say.
to do on a mountain bike.
Yeah.
Thing is, every time we've invited people to call in, everyone gets scared.
I know everyone gets cold feet. Byron, this is like the 3rd time we tried to get Byron
That's
on.
definitely
Yeah.
a lie.
And he
they
fucking-
tried to trick me on once.
Yeah, and
the
you're-
second time
"Oh,
I thought
I don't
thought
want the
John
world to
was
see
cooler.
me. Like, yeah, were you?
Last time it wasn't his fault
What
John was
wrong?
cooler.
because it was
than I
last
am.
week because we got John instead. He told us
Right.
John wouldn't be here this week. So,
Yeah, well, he
and
is-
now
he's
he's fucking in my
downstairs.
living room downstairs. So
He's staying. Well,
And
he
you
is a
brought someone
gypsy,
else
just
with you,
never
right?
know. Oh yeah, another.
He
friend
comes
of
and
mine,
goes.
Serena,
the girl,
has
Serena,
shown up. Yeah,
Right
are
on.
you guys are friends?
yeah, we're friends.
Okay,
Right on.
yeah, they're friends, guys.
But yeah. Woo, friends.
Friends.
Anyways. Yeah. Byron, you had the cold feet. Fucking everyone gets the cold feet. It's like what are
Well,
we?
you
We're
see
talking
the
to 5
size of
people
these
right
two
now.
fucking monkeys.
Well, no, we're going out to the
That's
fucking
racist.
internet. This
Oh,
doesn't get
against
deleted.
monkeys, or-
Like
Yeah.
your
Or
grandkids are going to be
privilege.
able to watch this kind of thing. So
Oh wow, I'm
maybe
not
that-
having children, so
yeah, you don't know that. Just
my dog
In
kids.
nieces
Oh wait,
and
I'm getting them
nephews.
fixed too.
in 10
so.
years they're gonna like chop off a chunk of your skin and clone you, and you won't even have to bang chicks for
That's how much. That's
For-
they're gonna clone me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm that great.
You're gonna come back. In
Well, you
50
don't even
years,
know.
dude.
Yeah. It doesn't
I'm
even
gonna
have to
watch
be your
this.
choice.
Oh.
Like you were in the hospital. Maybe they took some of your sperms.
Oh, that's Byron's dog.
Yeah,
That was your dog?
That's the boy. He's the only one that can reproduce still. So we'll see.
Really? He has his
if I have
nuts.
grandkids or not. But
That's the black one.
What the
Mark's
fuck?
dog's down there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well,
She's not fixed either.
It's a
Oh, Byron,
tiny dog.
nowadays,
I said no.
Byron, nowadays men can't get pregnant, so maybe you will have a kid.
Yeah, you
like,
know,
like Arnie.
male
Arnold
dogs can get
Schwarzenegger?
pregnant
Not
too
like
by
Arnie.
that
No,
logic.
no, like the new emoji.
Yeah.
Men can't get pregnant now. You could be just like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So never say never.
But anyways,
Never.
Byron, you're a goddamn soldier. You powered through. You wipe your own ass, just like the kid from
Yeah, I can't
Mr.
remember
Deeds.
honestly.
What was that?
Maybe I just blocked out the fact I didn't wipe my own ass because I don't remember doing it or someone else doing it. So
You
maybe that's
wiped
just
your
a
own
gone-
ass.
But when you think back, you can't remember.
I can't actually remember.
Oh,
I
someone
just
wiped
remember
his
I was
ass.
getting in shit for
He's
going to the
out.
bathroom the first day because I was like, "What? I got to pee," and they're like, "You can't." I'm just
Probably
like,
shitting
I
yourself.
was like,
while
I
you
walked
slept.
down the mountain. I can walk to the pisser.
I can do
It was dumb. After that, I
And
was
your
very
spine's
good, and I
got like a
stayed in my
90-degree
bed, and
crank in it. You're lucky you can
My
move your
spine's
toes.
done. I can still do yoga and do everything. I'm good to go. My
So
back is
so your
recovered
smashed
fully.
spine just healed itself?
I did a lot of meditation.
Okay, you concentrated into that
lift
spot.
Kundalini. It's all it's about.
Really?
Yeah. Activate the pineal gland, and you're gonna be good to go.
Your third eye.
Yeah, my friend.
Tell us more about this, Byron. What
I'm no expert, but I did do an incredible amount of meditating, especially when it first happened. Like,
Well, especially when
as
you
you're
couldn't
coming
move.
down the mountain,
Yeah,
as I'm
nothing
in the
better to
truck,
do. That's just
as
all
I'm in the
laying there.
hospital. No, it was just like the only way to
In the
actually
hospital
fucking
bed.
deal with it. And
When
I
you
think
gave
the
you
way
edibles.
I dealt with it was because I was trying to meditate
And on
Cool.
doing
and,
breathing
and on
exercise. It was a
painkillers.
lot of breathing
Yeah.
exercise
And on
meditations
opioids.
Until the
Jesus.
The
drugs wore
opioids
off.
probably
too.
helped.
Well, no, when I got the opioids, I stopped meditating, and I was
Yeah,
just like,
They
"Woo!"
stopped meditating and started astral traveling. So going back to when you said, "Look at these guys," Andrew says they are big deals. Celebs,
Yeah.
they make me nervous.
If
and
you
Cassandra
compare his
says,
yeah.
arm to my
Yeah.
body,
Well,
on the
that's one-
camera,
They're
it's
pretty much
the
identical.
size
Look.
of me. No.
Right, right.
Cassandra says he's scared of getting monkeypox from you guys. Well,
He
He
should
should
be.
be.
He's smaller than us. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone's getting
James.
fucked.
Someone today told me it's
Better
actually
watch
just
out.
venom in the water, and if you just take anti-venom, you can't get sick from anything.
Venom in the water? Yeah. No. We
That's what he said.
covered that a while ago. Fuck, what was that documentary called where it was like people thought they were putting cobra venom in the water?
Well, they're giving anti-venom away apparently at
It's called
Medicure.
like Check the
Town.
Water. Watch the Water. That's what it is. It was called Watch the Water. They didn't let it go onto YouTube, but it's on Rumble.
Oh yeah.
And people think that like it's like a biblical thing how like snakes
satanic,
are
exactly what
regarded
he
as
said
evil.
too, yeah.
Mhm.
And so people are like, well, it would make
All
a lot
because
of
that
sense,
bitch got tricked by a snake.
right? But and it has a lot to do with how like
A flying snake.
anti-venoms
Beautiful
have a lot to do with
creature with legs.
vaccinations. They're kind of made the same way. So it's weird that people think that like people are poisoning the water. Go back a few episodes.
Poisoning
We covered
is-
this.
Well, the thing is,
I'll
I can
watch
go.
it
I can
later.
pull up my notes
I'll
and we
watch
can
it.
talk about it again.
Because
No, it's fine.
one common thing that snake venom does is coagulate your blood, right?
Yeah.
It just like turns it into jello and then this stops the blood flow, and that's how you kind of die, right?
Yeah.
It's like having like a major blood clot.
I
So
see.
when you take little bits of that venom all the time, you can actually get like some immunity to it, if not like a full immunity
Okay.
to certain
Kings.
snake venoms. It's like there's guys that like aren't afraid of rattlesnakes or something. Like you
Yeah.
know,
It's like the
because-
kings of old when they're like poisoning everybody, and all the kings would like sip poison every day, so when they got poisoned, they could live.
Yeah, or like Princess Bride when the guy spends his life fucking
Just like the Hunger
developing
Games.
an iodine
Yeah.
No, that's
resistance.
true. They did that.
Yeah. The Hunger
But,
They're
yeah,
like,
Games.
someone's
shout out
gonna
Princess
poison me,
Bride.
so I'll just drink a bit, so I'm immune. When it
I agree.
happens.
So,
I agree.
So what I'm saying is, if it was in the water, it would just make everyone immune to it. I would think it wouldn't be something that poisons you over time. You get
Right.
stronger and resistant to it over time, and then you'd have resistance to
I
snake
know.
bites.
I just remember when it came out, we covered
So
it.
we're
I never
all, like-
actually watched the documentary, but if you go onto Rumble, it'll let you watch. It's called Watch the Water.
Okay.
It's like a
don't even
30-minute
have Rumble.
documentary. It's basically a QAnon.
Okay.
It's a
Oh.
QAnon kind of conspiracy
Dang
thing.
it.
Yeah, I know. It's not
Not into the
verified.
QAnon. You know, like I'll give everything
I
a
try
watch
to
because
avoid
like
getting associated with it.
I'll
When I
take
hear
any
that
information
Trump is
in.
a
I
time
feel like
traveler.
Yeah.
I feel like we're intelligent enough to take in any kind of information and be able to filter through it. At least the people at this table.
Well, just fucking
Um,
sit there and give
but
your judgment, you know.
Anybody
But
can.
that
Some
being
people
said,
choose not
like,
to.
When it's QAnon, like, man, I'm pretty sure that's been completely debunked. How many times have they said this or that's going to happen and it doesn't happen?
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like,
yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah,
I'm-
but I don't think like they published this. It's just getting associated with them,
Okay.
with that kind of crowd.
fair enough. I would
Kinda
just
thing.
state
Yeah,
my
yeah,
opinion
yeah.
on them anyway.
Honestly, I deleted Facebook and Instagram.
I
and
just
don't
saw you
know
on
any
Facebook
of it.
like 2 days
Oh, I
ago.
don't add that.
I didn't even add you. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
don't
really?
you have my
Shit.
number. It's just for like because
It
for
just-
the gypsies and the
like
nomads
people
who
I
don't
may
have
know, there's
phone
Byron
numbers,
right there.
I need to
Right.
contact.
I still get messaged from people on Facebook. Yeah, but
I just
I
made
don't
that for
like.
that.
I don't
There's
scroll a
nothing there.
feed. It upsets me to scroll a feed and see like
Yeah.
moms get pissed kind of thing.
Karens
Nancy's
Yeah.
and Karens.
and Cassandra's.
Oh shit. What's
See,
up for
I don't
that
know.
one?
I don't know either.
I don't
I'm
follow that
just,
stuff.
I don't think she does. I'm just.
It's sad. I don't know. Hopefully one day I can come back to it, but it just triggered me to the point where I was like, this is unhealthy. I'm gonna stop fucking.
So I deleted it all.
I'm gonna stop feeding my brain
Should
this
stop
information. Yeah, I'm gonna stop fucking. Period.
Oh,
Until
sorry, Cassandra.
Don't stop fucking.
until they can scrape skin off my arm and give me a kid. But yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I know. I don't
So
want to
you're
deal with
saying
pregnant
They're gonna be
chicks.
like, listen here, son. You
Yeah.
get to have children. They're just gonna make one of my arm babies.
Arm babies. Yeah.
Arm babies, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Grow a
You
penis
get
on your arm, and
you get
sew
to
it.
chop a finger off and one kid
Each
per
one is a
finger.
baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The middle finger is gonna be a fucker for
If
sure.
Byron had a fucking dick for a finger, he'd put it in every
How do you
girl's
know?
ass that he could.
I think yeah.
That's.
I
That's
mean,
what-
or my regular
Did you
dick,
see him
but-
smile? He was about to argue with me before,
No,
before he even knew what I was going to
no,
say.
yeah,
and I
yeah,
said the
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing he wouldn't argue.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, that is where it would go.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like
sorry,
the best,
Byron.
but you want
Byron's a freak.
wanna
If you guys want a
conquer
freak.
We got to
Don't
stop
get me
this
into
Byron
those
abuse.
stories.
No, hey, it's time to tell some stories.
Yeah,
God.
You know
Byron.
what? You know what? Before you tell
Don't
a
even
story,
tell any of my
I have a
stories
request.
because
I want you to tell a story about your friend falling downstairs on purpose.
Oh God.
But when
Well,
I
I
first
worked
met
with
Byron,
some-
he's like, my old group of friends, they were way different than you guys.
They used to fall.
And they did stuff like this. Go ahead, Byron.
They were not my old group of friends. I worked in Fort Nelson for a year and I was out of town and I worked with some guys who were my friends. And they just like love to get completely fucking hammered, wasted and play tough guy games. Like that was one. Once we were driving home and they were all stapling themselves and like I heard them
That's
staple
not
himself
tough guy
in
shit.
the skull and I heard it hit his skull and they just were like trying, oh, you think you
Aren't
can
I?
sta- I'll staple
Hey,
myself here.
Hey,
So then he
Alex,
goes,
if you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough.
yeah,
Right?
they were
tough
just,
guy, like tough
they
guy
were
stuff is
tough.
like showing off your strength, not how
Anyway,
dumb you.
well, yeah,
Pain
this
tolerance.
next one's even worse. So they go up to we're in Fort Nelson at Back Roads, if anyone's ever been there, and there's a bowling alley with like 4 or 5 steps. I'm gonna say we'll even go with it's 3, but it was definitely 4. Anyway, they are so I forget
Talking
who
to the
was
mic.
first. Josh goes up first, and he walks up to the stairs and turns sideways and says, "You guys think you're tough?" and just like throws himself like and just jellies up and like on purpose just fucking sideways KO lands on the concrete floor that has carpet
Knocks
on it.
himself out.
I don't think he knocked himself out because he did the sideways one. And then Kyle went and did it forward and was like out for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. And Jordan was like, well, fuck you guys. And straight up backwards KO'd himself for like a minute.
You think you're tough?
They're
Yeah,
just
I bet you I
dumb.
could knock myself out for longer, pussy.
There
And
wasn't
then
a
what did
lot
you
of
do?
people to hang
What
out
did you
with
do?
there. I just watched and flirted with the waitresses.
You didn't hit your head.
That's
No, I
fucked
didn't.
up.
I, just
Hey,
thought-
were you the
I
only one?
babysat them lots. Well, like not babysat them, but it was like I was the one who was like, Jordan would be trying to fucking fight someone, and I'd be picking him up and like no, and he'd be like running and
Okay, so you have 3 friends laying at the bottom of the stairs. What's happening now? You're just
Well, they just
laughing.
got up and started drinking. They didn't even get kicked out. They tip too much, man. They buy these servers fucking houses at the end of the day. They would open up the pub and just be like, go in there, even though it's not open, just to like get out of the restaurant side
Right.
and be shenanigans in there.
They're like, you go fuck around over
At
here.
the-
You're bothering
At the very
everyone.
least, I was very entertained constantly.
And then one day
Right.
Byron came over to my house to buy some weed.
Yeah, I believe it
Allegedly.
was because my ex-girlfriend who rebounded on you gave me your number to buy weed off of.
From some random
It was kind of
legal.
weird.
You needed some
Legal
weed, and I
dealing
was
was
like, well,
weird.
here you go. Fucking, I got some extra. And and what happened after that?
I don't know. We became bestest of
No.
friends.
That time you were over. What happened after I sold you?
He
Oh
knocked-
God,
he
we're gonna talk
knocked
about
himself
Killer.
out.
Is that what you were trying to bring up? Killer.
Then you hit Killer, right?
Killer's never been on here.
Killer is
Killer's
legendary.
retired
It
for
doesn't
fucking
exist
10
anymore.
years, yeah.
Killer.
4-liter pop bottles making a gravity.
That was
bomb?
probably the dumbest idea anyone's ever had.
And yet everybody
I
indulged.
sat there
Making
for like
it-
45 minutes
Yeah.
paralyzed.
That's probably the equivalent of those guys jumping down the stairs. Like that. that
Well,
doing
no,
one of those,
no.
that's yeah.
No.
You probably get the same brain
Dude,
damage.
I
Every
did
morning
not-
I'm smashing my head down the stairs.
If
No.
that's the case, then pretty sure Jared. hit it
People-
like
people
30
don't
times
know-
a
people
day
don't know.
for a couple of
Killer-
years.
Killer was his gravity bong, which is where you like you cut the bottom off of this and fill a pot smoking hoot and suck it down. But
Put a bowl in the top and
but he made like a
pushes it into,
4-ply
compressor.
a 4-ply one that they sat in there, and literally it was like getting kicked in the head. You could go to a farm and get smacked in the face from a mule and not be that fucked up.
Agreed.
oh man, because we were just used to it. So people would come over. Byron came over, and I was like, "Here, hit this." He's like, "Oh, cool," hits it, and I just remember Byron just with his head against the wall, like we're talking, and then he just head against the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't talk at all after that.
Well, 45 minutes later, my exact words were, "Oh my God, this is the first time I feel capable of actually speaking."
There you go. Yeah. And that's probably equivalent to getting in a fucking car crash at 60 miles per hour or
Well, I
something.
also front
with
flipped
no
my
seatbelt.
car doing 160.
Yeah.
What's also kind of funny is like how he ended up at my house in the first place.
Right. Why is this funny? Is this an inside joke?
I'll let him tell it.
I don't know. What do you mean?
Inside jokes
Well,
don't really work on podcasts.
This girl came over to my house for the
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
Because
And,
my ex rebounded on him after I broke up with her, and then she's like, when I asked her for a weed contact, because I don't know, I just knew she had one, and I broke up with her, so I needed one. So she gave me Jer.
Oh, so you
I think
spitefully.
maybe I don't
Probably
know. She
spitefully.
wasn't very spiteful girl, so that could have been it. Maybe she was just like, "There's the weed." It was pretty shitty.
let's
There's
just say
the
we
weed.
had a
It was pretty
weekend
shitty
together,
weed, Jer.
and we had a weekend together, and then after that, she's like, "Hey, this guy's gonna come over for this," and I'm like, "Okay,
She
sure."
told you while she was here. I didn't
No.
know that.
Later on, she
Oh,
messaged me, and then you came over, and I'm like, "You're like, so how do you know Amanda?" I'm like, "Oh, we just fucked all weekend." And you're like, "Oh, that's my
Pretty sure I
ex-girlfriend. We just
ex-girlfriend.
broke up," and it was like, "Oh, and we were friends ever
And
since."
you're like,
Best
high
And
five.
we're like, Eskimo brothers.
But not at the time. I think it was a little raw.
That was the only seconds I sent over to Jared.
The only time.
Sure.
Yeah. They were just seconds, not sloppy seconds. That's good.
Nope.
It was
yeah.
sloppy for sure.
Okay, so Byron, you guys have an illustrious past of brain damage and sex. But what
That's
we really
pretty
want
much
to know,
sums me up.
what we really want to know is, what are you doing now, Byron? What's your life like now?
I'm just living in my camper. Dropped it off the truck finally, so I'm gonna sit for a while. And
Where?
Up in the heart of Prince George.
Oh, you're like
anybody-
renting a lot kind
Yeah,
of thing.
If anybody wants his
I got a
autograph,
big yard.
Yeah, if you
I
need
got a
a
big
son-
yard for a dog, and I got
And you're
everything
like
I need.
you
I've been on
kinda
the road
endorse,
for 4
like-
years, so it feels like pretty
Oh,
crazy to
okay.
me to be able to like put shit on the counter that's not.
do you have a
Velcroed
bathroom?
down and
Where do you
shit.
shit?
In my bathroom. Well,
This
right
episode's
now,
been about
it depends.
Byron shit.
if no one's home, I shit at home. If someone's over, then I'll just go over to the campground bathroom and defile.
So you do have like a toilet in your camper?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
yeah.
lived in there, man. You can, I don't know. You know what? That's not true. A lot of people can do it. And
So when you
whatever.
sleep,
I like
when
to
you
shit
sleep, you're
at
like
home.
3 feet away from your shit.
so,
No, like
you don't shit when you
at
sleep.
least 9
I'm sure
feet
Byron
away.
doesn't even do that.
You don't sleep far from your shit when you live in a camper.
It's not far.
For those of you who saw the last episode, Byron,
I
is
gotta show
the
a
guy
picture
who
of the
actually met
camper to
him,
you
John,
fuckers.
and recommended him for the podcast.
Right.
And they're both kind of gypsies living in
Well,
campers.
John is at a
Van
different
life.
level.
He
than
is
me. He's
next level.
Sweet.
He
John is sweet. He should come on and tell more stories. 'Cause
He
Right.
will. He's downstairs right now, but I don't know if
Right,
we're gonna do
yeah.
that tonight.
Yeah, John's the second guest from last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he lives in a tent. Where does John live?
So just so everyone, this is my home. It's not a tent.
It's not a fucking camper. It's a home.
It's a home. Okay,
Uh,
it's where I live in my truck camper, chilling with my 2 dogs and my cat.
You have one cat.
One cat. He's 30 pounds, so he's 2
And
cats in one.
this is like fucking what, like 10 by 8 or something? What do you?
It's 17 by 8.
You've got 3 animals plus you all shitting. Every one of you shitting.
No, they shit outside. The cat shits inside in winter. Other than that, he likes to shit outside. I let the cat out everywhere I go.
Byron just shits wherever they shit.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that's
Dig
the
a hole
cat
next to the
box.
cat.
Oh, that must be a good
Sid's always chasing me out of the kids' litter box or can box. Right? That's where I try to go.
Oh, excuse the
It's a
cat
pretty
box.
big kitty litter box for such a small cat.
Sorry, Byron.
Oh, good. I've definitely shit outside. If I'm in the forest, and no one's around, it's kind of like, why would I want to fill my shitter tank when I can just go find a big pile of brush and then shit down into it?
Yeah, well,
It's my
you're
favorite. You don't have to
constantly
bury it that
camping.
way. It just is gone.
I think we've all
into the
done that when we
brush
were fucking
pile.
smash drunk camping.
Just don't fall into the broken.
But
brush.
you just never stopped.
Cassandra, we missed this. She says, "Lol, she works on my back now."
Who's this?
Amanda.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's in
Welcome
town
to the
again.
club.
Right on. Yeah.
I thought we
Yeah.
were gonna not say names. Just
But I never said last
There was no
names.
last name. It's all good.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Byron,
just the respect, right?
you're
For the poor
toting the
girls we
van
make
life.
fun of on the side.
And what do you do in the winter? Like, are you
I live
like
in there? Whatever.
all the same?
It's all good. I got it.
No,
I
that's
rebuilt
when he-
it quite
that's-
well to be winter worthy. So
That's
I'm
when he
pretty comfy.
sleeps
It's
inside
warm.
his mom's house.
All my
Or you go back to your
waterworks.
mom's
During the
house.
winter, he goes to his
In the
mom's
last
house.
4 years, I slept a month in my mom's house because I got a DUI and they towed my home away.
They towed your home.
So I went to
away.
mom's for a month. Yeah. Other than
Okay.
that,
Well, that's not
stayed
that
in mom's
bad.
driveway a few times, but I know. I
So
like
you
my kid.
literally you're
People always try to
riding
make
your
me stay
mountain
in their
bike,
house.
fucking living at your mom's house. You literally think you're 25 or something.
I live in a campground. I don't know.
Hey,
But
he
yeah,
owns his own house.
You can't find him because he can just get up and move.
And he's an entrepreneur.
I don't
That's
think
Owns
true.
his
yeah.
own business.
Oh yeah,
He owns his
drywall,
life.
nomadic drywall, looking for
Nomad.
work again.
He all
There you
need
go.
drywall
Healed
done.
up.
He might do it if he's feeling like it.
Yeah.
That's his
That's
slogan.
Pretty much. I mean, I take what I can get.
So you do
which
drywall
is a
for how
lot,
long
and I only
now?
want to do a little, so
How long have you done drywall now?
like 15 years.
15 years. And you just kind of go around finding your own jobs?
Yeah. I don't know. I have a few main men I contact and sub for.
Yeah.
And then I contract when it comes around, which is here and there.
Right.
So
Cool.
it's random. I love it. It works perfectly on the road. Anywhere I want to go, I basically just phone a couple people and I have work wherever that is. And then I go there and hang out.
Right.
I did that quite a bit.
Okay.
Prince
Okay.
George is quite lucrative.
Right. Well,
In
fuck,
BC,
dude.
they pay the best, I would say.
There's
up
like a
north.
$50 million development going up on the heart
There's
now.
no-
There's a lot of shit going on. here.
Especially for these sub trades. Like I heard a quote off of just a roof, like kind of just like a normal house like this, 80 grand.
Oh, yeah.
A quote for a
What?
fucking roof.
That's bullshit, though. That's like maybe 25 grand.
Right? You think so?
15 grand, like 5
All
years
those
ago. And
products
I'm
are
not
very
saying I know
oil
roofer
related.
prices, but I can't say it going up to 80.
See,
That
I don't
guy
know.
was
I don't know
off
how
the
they.
rock.
I don't know how they justify
Maybe they
it.
were fucking doing the roof with
But it's
granite.
these sub trades. These sub trades that only originated because carpenters didn't want to do it, and
I
then
know that,
and
yeah.
then people.
and then they call themselves
yeah,
a
right.
journeyman.
But people didn't want to do it to the point where one guy was like, "I'll do it,"
Dude,
and then people were like, "Fucking please do," kind of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I have yet to meet carpenters that can like tile set in a timely manner to actually make money.
Right. But
You know,
now
and do a good
those
job.
sub trades are
That's more
demanding
of
what
an
they
art
want
Mhm.
rather than
carpentry.
yeah.
Like I would say flooring is carpentry, but tile is not. Tile is its own trade.
Flooring, you
Same as
actually have to
drywall,
do
mudding
some
is
sort of
not
framing.
Tile is
anything to do with
still
carpentry.
technically under carpentry, though.
But see,
Um,
flooring still has to deal
nah.
with structural stability. Like you can still fall through the floor if you fuck up. Whereas drywall and stuff, you're
Mudding.
not going to kill anyone if that
Oh,
fucks
boarding.
up,
What
right?
if
Are you kidding?
Heavy pitcher falls off the wall
If they
because
don't
the drywall
screw the
sucks.
board on
If-
properly,
lands
when
on
it
a
comes
kid,
down,
If all the screws pop, yeah,
Lands
they-
on their
taper
toe,
can't kill
falls
anyone.
off. they get
that's
an
what I
infection.
meant. That's
No.
what I meant. Yeah.
Then again, I've done jobs where they want shit crazy and it's so fucked up, I'll end up putting hundreds of pounds of confill into ceilings.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, there's some structural stability to flooring. And you can tell, like, if you just go step on a floor and it goes like you're gonna fall through, like it's rotten. You're gonna say, no, I can't do this, or you're gonna have to pull it up and redo the fucking joists and the subfloor and stuff.
And back charge. Yes.
I just did remember that job I told you that got ripped up twice?
Yeah.
I just did it for the third and final, hopefully the final time.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Just finished it yesterday. Goddamn. Very happy
Nice.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
And for anyone who's been watching our podcast, yeah, they know.
Right. Yeah. But like for my job, like this deck I just built, like if I'm just smoking weed, showing up fucking half cut, someone could die. Someone could walk out on the deck and it could collapse fucking 12 feet and literally kill a guy. Yeah. And then I get sued, kind of, or my company gets sued, right? But then I have to live with some guy's life on my fucking shoulders. So that's what I'm saying. But then the point to where nobody wanted to do it for so long that now you can just charge whatever the fuck you want, just like these roofers. Right, like nobody goes to school to be a fucking roofer.
Happy with what I get.
No one goes to school to be a floor layer. You can down south apparently.
Yeah, no, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it as well. But like most people in town did not go to
there
school.
It's called
red
lathing.
seal taping. All the red seal tapers I've ever met.
I've had a friend that did it. It's called lathing or something like that.
I don't care. What it's
I only know one guy. One of my first flooring bosses. He went to school for flooring, and yeah, he was bad.
Yeah.
He was the worst.
And they think because they went to school, they have nothing to learn and nothing to improve.
He's always been bad.
They suck.
Well, it's probably because
Maybe
they
not
spent a
all
lot
of
of
them.
time in
There's
school
probably
rather
one
than
good one out
working.
there.
He was
You gotta
also a
imagine
Jehovah's
the guy in
Witness. I'm
school
sure that
getting
has something to
paid
do with it.
fuck all
What?
to train these guys. This guy in school, you think they pay the guy who teaches the tile score, the drywall taper, anything better than like $30 an hour? But as a tile layer or a drywaller, you can make a hell of a lot more.
No.
Than that. So it attracts right away.
I think that
A
has to
shitty
do with what
instructor.
I'm saying, though. It's like the detriment of hiring a guy who didn't go to school versus a guy who went to school is not as high as in carpentry, when it's literally you could step out on your deck and fall to your death kind of thing. Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Though I know more than a few sites ran by carpenters who are not red seal, and they'll just have one red seal carpenter on site. That's the only one. That is quite often the case.
Well, most of my friends are into trades. You know, a couple carpenters. There's an electrician.
Well, the barrier of
drywall
entry is so
taper.
fucking low.
But what I'm getting at is like we just all got to work together and make a business.
Yeah.
Do everything.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's a
work
lot of
into it, like-
confusion, and I'm a gypsy, so fuck that.
Right. And but for me right now, that's just it. That's why I had to go get my ticket. That's why I'm sticking with this company rather than starting my own.
Yeah.
Because I want to learn. The second that I start my own company and act like, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Must have been a
Someone
goal.
scored in hockey.
Davey, give us a live update. If one of you guys are watching the hockey game,
the
what's
second
the score?
that I start my own company and act like I'm the shit and I know everything and I'm going to start teaching people, I stop learning.
That's not
I
true.
stop.
That's
no,
not
it
true.
is because I stop exposing myself
So
to
I
people that have
stopped
seen
learning?
other things. Yeah. Well, no,
no.
I don't. I'm not
I get where
speaking for
you're
you.
coming from, but you can still learn as a boss in your own company.
Great, but you're going to learn a lot slower than as if you showed
Hire
up
someone with
on
more
a job with
experience than
someone
you.
who's done it longer than you and
bullshit.
listen to what
Hire
they're
someone with
saying.
more experience than you.
I only learned so much from my other boss, and then eventually, like he'd leave me on my own to do shit.
Yeah.
And the difference between that and working for myself is when I'm working for myself, I'm responsible for the job in the end of the day. Whereas,
And
like,
you're more worried about getting
if
it
I
right.
fuck something up working for him, he's the one that has to go back. Have someone to go and finish this off for me or finish that off for me. It was like I had to crack down and like fill all those gaps and like get good at every little thing. And working for myself is the best thing I ever did. That sped up my learning process.
I
I
agree.
learned
I get
so
that.
much more
I
because I
agree, and
became
it's-
more responsible.
I get that.
It's
What I'm
because
saying
he
is
goes and does the job, like you said. If you screw up a lot of the time when you work for someone, you're on a leash. Why do I want you to learn how to do what I do?
I get it.
I'm gonna go fix that.
I think
not
you're
even
missing
tell
my
you
point.
You fucked it up, so you never get to learn.
I'm
that.
not
I think
missing
you're-
your point.
no,
I'm
my
just giving
point
you
is-
my
learn that
I
perspective.
get
lesson
it. My point
when you
was
work for
I'm
yourself.
exposing myself to other people's experience
For sure.
constantly. Whereas if I were to become the boss and just hire people to do it for me and never touch the tools
No,
again.
no. fuck that.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm
I
saying
guess
eventually,
I'm a leader, not a boss.
eventually you're going to get to a point where
Right.
it's going to benefit.
You guys are owner operators. I'm
Yeah.
talking about never touching the tools again and just being a management
Well, I don't
position.
know how you
Okay,
feel
sure.
if you're gonna jump
Right.
from working hourly to that. You got to start.
What do you
with
mean?
us. You got to start.
No,
just working for yourself.
You do
like
it
what
by
we do.
having a business big enough to afford employees, right?
Yeah, but it work.
That's
you
just
have
it.
to work your way there. You have to start out as us. It's not like
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
jump
no.
straight to having a company and everyone's
do.
doing the work for you.
And I do. And I've done residential this entire time, whereas now most, if not 80% of my company right now all comes from IDL and industrial.
Oh yeah, which
Whereas-
is good to get that.
Whereas now,
cross-education.
like, it doesn't matter if they've worked 10 years more than me. I've done this stuff
100%.
more than them.
And even
But I'm
like
still,
renos
I'm
is a
still
whole
not
other
trying
side
to
of it.
step away from the tools because I need to expose myself to their experience,
No, I agree.
Sure.
with you.
which only compounds mine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. That was my point. Not that I'm not saying that you stop the second, but what I'm saying is you guys aren't stopping. You're still on the tools. You're still doing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jobs. Right.
And I actually get to work with a lot of people still, even though I work for myself. It doesn't mean I don't get to see tapers.
See,
learn
I
from
don't know
tapers
your
and
job.
stuff
I
like
wouldn't know that, but for me, no. I would sit in an office and I would answer a phone.
That's what you think you got to. What? How, I don't
That's the job.
understand.
Trust me,
Anyways,
because that's
so-
what my boss does. So if I want to move up, that I'm taking his
I
job.
guess.
So
Yeah.
my uncle says you are wrong. I don't know what you were talking about when you said that because that was a while ago. Be
no.
more specific, Uncle. Come on now. Your comments are
We're all
like 30
wrong.
seconds late. Like they don't show up for us right away. So
I'm sure we're all wrong and right at the same time.
Davey says it's 4-4. 2 minutes left in the second period. Booyah. Wow. Sounds like an exciting game. And Cassandra
gee.
says farming is a trade.
Sure,
Cool
sure.
emoji. Cool emoji. Yeah, that's cool too.
Right on.
Farming is a trade fully.
Yeah.
And an art.
Yep.
But see that's what I'm saying. The next step is get away from the tools. And I'm hoping that's the same for you guys because guess
Fuck
what?
that.
You can't do that for
No
your
way I
whole
can
life.
drywall for the rest of my life.
Well, as a like
Your
I-
back's gonna go.
no, fuck it
eventually.
won't. I even tried and it wouldn't quit.
between
It's strong.
between trying to sell my own brand on an online store and
You're trying to get
and-
off the tools.
and making other people's merch for them, like with silk screening and heat press. If you need that done, give me a shout out. I mean, hit me up. Like that's me trying to get away from it. If
Yeah.
like at the very least, I would love to be able to get to the point where I'm doing it enough where I only have to do flooring maybe like once every week or two, you know, like maybe one big job here and there
Right.
just to make that extra bit of money. But like honestly, I would love to just switch over to that. And I put the money in and the effort. So
See, why
I'll,
not hire guys and get paid for what you
Boring.
know rather than what you do and just answer the fucking phone. And
Boring.
because
And
I
those
can't
guys
trust
never
anyone
seem
to
happy
set
fix
me.
it. That's
up.
what, but hire
Plus
guys
the
that you
phone
can
never
trust.
stops
No, but
ringing.
that's easier
That-
said than done.
yeah, I get that, but
My dad can't even get enough towel
that's
setters
what
at
I'm
his job,
saying.
right?
Like start a business that hires people that are like journeymen with the quotes.
Trust me, I've tried this.
Yeah.
The problem is getting someone to stick around long enough without them leaving and doing their own thing. In
Right.
The first part.
100%.
So you have to pay them really well.
Yeah,
And
really
and
well.
I have no problem with that as long as I can make my money at it. And every time I've got myself in that position, it never lasts. It's not
Even
that I've
when you
never
pay
been
them
there.
well, yeah.
I've been there where I'm not doing anything.
I get that,
There was a
They
few years
still
ago
leave
where there
even if
was
you pay
an
them well.
apartment going on, and I had two guys working for me, and each suite was worth like $1,250, and it cost me $250 a day for these two guys together, and they did one suite a day, so it's $1,000 a day, and I did fuck all. I worked for an
Mhm.
hour every
I
morning.
remember we were going to the pub.
Dude, all summer
They were
we were
pissed, man.
fucking.
Brandon.
Oh yeah, well, fuck.
What's
What
your
else is he
problem?
gonna do, man? Like, yeah, that's the thing. And so
Yeah.
it's not that I haven't been there; it's that it doesn't last.
That was being
it
a
never lasts. And I have no problem paying people what they're worth. It just it never lasts. And I would love to have a crew. I only know one guy that does that in town, like with tile setting, and like
Mm,
he's this old bastard that's
he's figured it out.
he's figured it out.
Yeah.
But I think the way things are now, people that do that and get to that level, they're too ambitious to sit there and work for me for the rest of their life.
In flooring.
In flooring,
That's what I'm saying. In
Yeah.
carpentry, it's very common.
for sure. No,
It-
you're absolutely
yeah.
right. Yeah. And I'm just speaking for my trade for sure.
Yeah.
And so all I'm getting at is I've tried that and I do it when I can. I hire people like Sasha, and even you come work for me sometimes. Byron's
JV's
never worked
working
for me.
I worked for you.
Allegedly.
I have. I've come to work.
Oh, okay, there you go. So like
one
I hire
day,
people all the time
you're
to
cheap as
fucking
fuck,
help me out.
15 bucks an hour.
And if
Yeah,
the
not
tax
anymore. It'd be
man's
20
listening,
now.
this is alleged
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
Jer, I remember when you first started
fucking listener.
tiling, and I took you on jobs actually. Buddy.
Right.
You took me on jobs. What do
Yeah.
you mean?
To give me advice when I was doing renos and basement suites. I was doing full
you're-
basement renos, remember? And we took you into Sheldon's, and you helped me buy my first saw and showed me all the fucking trowels.
That's right. He was doing some backsplashes, and I came over and made
Right.
sure he was doing them right.
That was just
still
when
argued
you
with
went from
get it.
hourly to contracting, and it was sweet.
But this
Sweet
was
time.
a lot of the conversation that I had. 'Cause I don't know if you listened to the conversation earlier, but I went out on the big team building thing at the monster truck with my company, and that's this is what me and my boss talked about. Like it's time to take a step up, get away from the tools, start teaching 18, because in carpentry we got 18-year-olds fucking walking in wanting that ticket, that solidifies like at least a 4-year commitment kind of thing.
And what helps is like a lot of these kids are going to school, right?
Yeah.
There's a program, whereas floor lane there isn't that. So when I take someone on, I have to teach them.
And you also have to like say that, hey, there's raises every blah 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 period of time.
Like
whereas in carpentry it's implied. Like you do your school, you get a raise.
Yeah,
you do your school, you get a raise.
Carpentry
So
is
it's like
different
two
in the
different
way that
worlds.
everyone wants to be a carpenter, though. Like, or a hell of a lot more people than who want to be
Yeah,
tile
yeah,
setters or
right.
drywallers. We don't get to pick from the picks of the
I'll
But
list.
say
that was
straight
that was a big part of my conversation with my boss this week, and it is be confident, be ready. Whether you want it or not, that job is coming. That I'm going to be in a desk answering a phone one day, whether I want it or not. And I would really like to expose myself to as much experience from other people as I can before that day comes.
Mhm.
And I enjoy it. And for what I do, I really enjoy my company. I just got a giant raise kind of thing, and I really like my wage.
Mhm.
Right. So, and I don't just sit there and name my price kind of thing. Right. But you kind of
And
hit
are you sure
But you
you
got a
got
good
your
boss,
wage?
hit a
too.
ceiling.
You got a great boss too. Like,
Right,
He's
yeah,
always
yeah,
treated
yeah.
you very
That's
well.
big. Me
Yeah.
too. He always lets me sleep in. He never tells me even when I have to go to work. It's the best.
There you go. But in a way, when you name your price and you have to show up and do the work yourself, you almost hit a ceiling right there. Right.
Mhm.
Like
what do you mean?
you almost hit a ceiling. Like
Well, I don't know
not
what you're
true,
talking
because
about,
you
'cause
come
you're talking
across
to the
things-
two contractors
That's not
who
true.
are disagreeing with you.
progress.
No,
I get that.
No, I think you're looking at it all
I
wrong,
can still
because
go
we
to
come
the point
across
where I'm
things.
not on the tools and start a bigger
And I get
company.
that, but I
can
also
do
feel
all
a bit
that.
of
I work all
insecurity
over
coming from you
BC
guys.
too,
No,
man.
I feel like a bit of ignorance coming
Yeah,
from you.
That's
actually.
true. But
Yes.
what I'm saying is,
I mean, I
there
think that's
You've
more
never
accurate.
even done a contracting job. Well, I did hourly for fucking
Yeah,
6
Ben.
years before I started doing this
Yeah.
shit contracting.
Great,
But believe
great,
me,
great.
I have
If you've
seen
even like
both
worked for
sides of the
yourself for a year,
perspective, and you learn
I
a
would
hell of a
listen
lot
more,
more.
but-
that's
working for
great. But
yourself.
what I'm saying is, you name
Hell
your
of a lot
price.
more.
That's fine.
You learn
Have your-
the master of the trade. You have to be a financial master. You have to do your taxes.
Have
to
your
do
prices
write-offs.
raised in
You
the
have to
last
do
5
so
years?
much
Absolutely.
more in the amount you. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Absolutely, they've
Oh fuck
gone
yeah,
up.
dude. Like double.
Especially in the last
Like
year.
doubled. And you know what's fucked up is all our contractors. Do you see them hurting out there? Well, the rest of you, everything's fucking hourly. Did your wages go up fucking double with all
Okay,
the shit that's doubling?
This
It's
isn't waving
ridiculous.
dicks around, and it doesn't need to
So
get
here
to
we-
this point.
there we go.
No,
We all do what we do,
I'm
so
saying
there's no
it's-
need to shit on what each other does. Okay,
I'm
I'm
Like,
not trying to shit. I
you-
just
no,
say
no,
when
no,
I say
no,
this
no.
and you go no and look down. That's I
No,
felt
no,
like
you-
insecurity
you gotta-
coming from that.
Okay, yeah, and I felt
That-
ignorance speaking on
thank
something
you.
you know
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
about. So like
Sure.
like you've never worked for yourself, so how can you speak on it? So
because I
anyways,
feel
let's all
once
stay
you
in our
name
lanes.
once you name your
You got
price,
a great job, and we got our thing. No,
Yeah, we
because
love
you
our
come across
jobs.
things that you have to figure out, and if you don't figure it out, you're a fucking loser, and you're not going to get a job like that again.
right.
So you will still learn.
But like you say, your wages go up. Is that due to inflation of normal wage raise kind of thing?
Not
Or
just
is that
that,
is
it's-
that due to like you climbing the ladder
It's
kind
both.
of thing?
It's both.
That's what I'm asking.
What I can tell you,
I'm not trying to like
It's both.
it's
put anyone
100%
down.
in my situation.
What are you
Like,
doing? Yeah.
I'm right now. I'm at a point where like I consider myself a very good tile setter, and I get a lot of private work. So I name my price and I put it up high. Like the shop pays me less than what I charge on private jobs.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Is the shop?
I name my price.
Shop
and
climbing your wage.
The shop is as well. The shop is as well. They're slowly following.
Yeah.
But when I do my own job, I price even higher. You know, like when someone wants to only go through me instead of the shop, it's like, okay, whatever. Like I charge whatever I want. You know, in the end, the shop actually charges more than me, but what I get out of that is less than what I charge when I do a private job. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
and I mean, if they're not climbing your wage, you're effectively getting a decrease because of inflation.
Let's just say this: I'm getting
inflation.
paid. I'm getting paid well. Like it's
and I don't want to sit here and talk numbers. It's not worth it.
Yeah, we don't need to talk numbers, but no.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like there was a moment where I was like, you know what? If I'm doing these subway tiles, I'm charging $17 a square foot on a private job.
Yeah.
The shop might give me 15. But even before that, it was like 13. And before that, it was 10. You know, you know, and on the ground before it was like sometimes $8 a square foot. Now I'm like, I do $12 a square foot.
Right.
Private.
That's almost
and
double.
Because I know I'm going to give them the good quality, the best quality. And like, so it's like, I can back it up too. So it's like people recommend me. It's like, I know I can get that.
A guy like that's been there for a while. Is he getting like a senior wage kind of
no
thing?
We all get paid the same
that's
rates.
what I'm saying. Yeah you all get paid the same thing, and it goes up due to inflation.
No, but there's a certain quality you have to meet in order to even have this job, and as long as you meet that quality, then that's it. But when you the best thing you could do is take on more private work, and like my old boss Luciano, he doesn't work for the shop, he does his own thing, and dude, he charges whatever the fuck he wants, and it's more than the shop charges, and it's because he's highly sought after, and I'm slowly getting there. Like there's people that want me and only me to do it. When I do a nice herringbone backsplash and in like this rich guy's house that has a lot of rich friends, now I'm doing like a whole house next month, like just for them, like their whole office, everything. They want shit like that everywhere.
I don't mean to diminish that at all, and I apologize if that's how I came across. Okay. My argument against that, the reason that I wouldn't want to do that is because one day you're going to be 60 years old, and then what, you just retire and it stops there?
I think I'll still be good at 60, but drywall taping is different than tile setting for sure in that way.
As I said, like I've tried to train people up so I can like start a crew like other people have, but it's like, it's really hard to do that and keep people. So my thing is, I'm just going to get out of this fucking
because
trade.
They want to quit and do exactly what you're doing.
I've never trained anyone up to do the level of work that I do, though. Oz got close, but I've never trained anyone to do the level of work that I do. So I charge what I charge.
And honestly, it should be impossible for them to reach your level because you started before them at such a
but eventually you hit a wall and like, you know, eventually not a wall, but you stop, like you're slow it down. Not a ceiling, but you slow it down. You can only get so good. The tile can only get so flat.
And that's what I mean by a ceiling. You hit a ceiling. And inflation is going to increase your wage for sure.
Oh yeah, right. Like it's inflation a bit, and it is also, like you say, just getting better and more known
and having more courage to ask for more money.
Honestly, that is actually a huge one that you have to learn. Like, don't be afraid.
That's
the
worst thing to say is no. Holy shit!
Right, but then you can kind of price yourself out of some jobs.
But a big thing is like once you have enough work to do that. Like when you're taking every job that you get because you need it, then it's different. You kind of want to give people a deal just so you get the fucking job, right? And then you work harder just to make extra money because you're not by the hour. How the faster you do it, the more money you make, right?
Right.
So that's how it was for me at the beginning. I worked really hard to get started, but now it's like
I triggered this all by making you think that I was talking about your wages as the ceiling. I'm talking about your position in the company, your advanced.
Well, no, I argue with that too, because I can go on to starting a company and sitting in an office too. I don't have to be on the tools forever.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah,
this is what I want to do because I haven't hit a wall in this position and I'm making great money. So why wouldn't I just keep doing what I'm doing when I'm learning as much as I am?
And for me, it sounded like you were saying we stop learning once we work for ourselves.
Yeah,
and I think 100%.
Okay. And I'll take that criticism because I do think that if you're the only person there, if you're the only person making the important decisions,
No.
you're going to make those same decisions over and over again. You're
No,
going to
it's
do the
different
same job
circumstances.
when you're
I will
doing
say,
laminate over and over again, and you're doing it by yourself, and you're never like seeing another layer to come in and say, oh, we did it this way.
I think it depends
That's
on the
not
person
true,
a lot.
though.
Like
You
when I
do
started
need-
Let
working
him
for
talk. Let him talk.
when I started working for myself, I started like there's a lot of things that I didn't care about when I wasn't working for myself. So like when I was
Mhm.
working for whoever else, it's like I just put the shit together. I didn't care. I tried to do a good job, but like if there was repairs to do after, it's like, okay, we got to repair it. Oh, this is why. Okay, whatever. And a lot of the times it's like, well, sometimes, most of the time he'd have to do it. Or I'd leave the job, then he'd come back and do the transitions
Mhm.
after. It's like all these things that I had to start becoming responsible for. And that like, I had to learn that before I could work for myself, but I really learned it once I did start working for myself. It's like, no, these things don't just go away. Your boss
Right.
doesn't just take care of these things if you forget about them. It's like, now you have to be a finisher. When you leave that job, has to be done completely and right, so you don't have to go back. And that honestly makes a big difference, because you start learning how to do things perfect and faster. And like
you're
I get
your
it.
worst
and it's
own-
to the
And
point
you-
where when I hire people, it's
You're
like I
gonna
expect them
learn
to know
from
these
your
things.
fuck ups. You're definitely gonna learn from your fuck ups. But I'm saying you'll learn faster if you have a guy who's fucked up 30 times and you've only fucked up 10 times.
But the
And
thing
he's
is,
like, hey, I fucked up that much, 10 years ago, and let
But-
me show you what that showed me.
over 10 years, when you've worked for 5 different guys that have already made all those fuck ups that you're talking about,
Yeah.
some of them being the most experienced guys in town, like Ron's Flooring and Luciano there, like at
That's what I mean.
what point do you stop working for them and do your own thing?
That,
Like,
yeah, you have to
that's just
eventually,
it. And that's what
or
I'm
else
saying,
your
is like-
wage hits a ceiling.
like, I
this is
did
the
all
whole
that
point. This is the
learning,
whole
right?
point. If you could work next to Luciano every day and make your same amount, if we didn't care about money, if you could work next to Luciano every day, you would learn, I don't want to say the number, but you would learn faster. You would learn more things. Yes.
there's only so much to learn.
In flooring. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Like, it's
and
not
it's about the
it's not
stuff
this, like,
Luciano will do that
and-
he won't get to.
what it is
but he'll
there's-
get there faster. That's I get it. Like eventually everyone will get there.
Luciano was
But do you agree?
the best boss
do you
I
agree
ever had, and we're gonna have him on the show next week, hopefully, if we can.
with Brandon?
Well, we'll see who comes on, but Luciano can only make next week, so maybe if we can,
If we
I don't
could
know.
push
We'll
Brandon,
see what happens.
I don't think they'll mind.
Let's see what you guys get.
We'll talk
um,
about that later. But you agree that you see what I'm saying. Like if you could sit there and not even know you're fucking up, and he could be like, "Hey, you're fucking up," then you learn a little faster.
I think like I was at a point where I wasn't feeling like I was learning anything from him anymore. Like I could do it on my
Yeah.
own. He could trust me to do it on my own. And
There
once
you
I
go.
got to
He's
that
not
point,
even there.
then I'm like,
watching.
man, like I want to stop making $18 an hour, and
yeah, no,
that- and-
everybody does. You
and-
can't even hire a guy for 18.
and
bucks
that
an
was
hour
when like
anymore.
minimum wage was still like 10
Yeah.
or 12. So like 18 wasn't that bad, at least. But like it's like eventually you want to make the fucking money. It's more important. And at
Yeah.
the same time, you start learning really quick, because like you fuck one thing up, now you have to go back. Now you're
Mm.
losing money. So like that
I
is
get
a
it, and you
big
don't
thing.
just check out mentally. I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying. Whereas if you had a mentor sitting over your shoulder, like you do
For
learn.
so long,
do-
it is
you do learn
definitely a
fast, but
But
necessity,
every
but
man gets to a point where
eventually
they don't need that anymore.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
will learn a completely different
And that-
side
that-
on your own.
That
believe me.
point where you don't need it anymore changes compared to which trade you're talking about.
Fair enough.
That
And-
yeah.
Fair enough. And what your goal is for like what you want to do. Like
Right.
if say you're doing carpentry, but you want to specialize in fucking scaffolding or something, like
Scaffolding.
so you're not going to
and-
try to learn everything.
and
in
we
carpentry.
could do like the framing, roofing, flooring, boarding. We won't do taping very much, but we will board.
No one tapes.
No one really wants to tape, right? But that's just it. So I could go a month and only put a week into each trade, whereas you guys just did 4 weeks straight into your trade. So that means your progress goes faster in that way for sure. And that's why I say you'll hit
Well,
a
and
ceiling.
you just learn things differently because you fuck up. No one is there to tell you fucked up. You're right, and you learn
That's it,
different way,
right?
And you also learn a whole other side.
you
of it,
also
like the
could go a-
organization and
Sorry.
getting supplies and like so much of the trade you'll never learn if you're just only working on the tools by the hour.
But this is what I'm saying. You also could go X amount of time fucking up and not even know that you're fucking up.
Yeah,
right?
The other big one that
Well-
I don't know about your guys' trade, but they try to keep you on a leash. They don't want you to learn this or
Most-
that so that you can't go off.
Right.
On your own. So you'll never actually
Yeah,
get there
yeah, yeah.
until you go off on your own. You don't even know what they're holding back from you.
That's
Exactly.
why Luch was
Yeah.
a great
'Cause they
boss.
obviously
He
want
was
you to
trying
stick
get
around.
you.
They want you in the.
This wage.
You're convinced, and you're
So
trying to
you
convince
almost-
us.
I
So they're
get
doing
it.
a good job.
I get it. You
Believe
almost
me.
like you have to give up a bit of that for the extra wage, or else you're going to be the lifelong apprentice kind of thing. Yeah,
Well, and
yeah.
here's the thing: if you go from what you're doing to the office, even if you stay where you're at for another 10 years, but you don't ever go work for yourself, believe me, you're missing a big piece.
Okay, yeah,
You
and I
need to do
can
both.
only
Another
take
thing
your
is,
word.
Byron,
I can
another
only
thing
take your
is-
word for it, Byron.
Another thing is everybody learns at different paces.
Yeah.
There you go.
And some people don't pick up flooring fast. Some people do. I picked it up fast. Like it just
Yeah.
can't. I come from a flooring family. Fucking, I grew up around it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Installers, salesmen, all that shit. The product. I was a salesman before I installed it. I was helping installers for the longest time. So
So your
I picked it
experience
up.
is really
I picked
almost
it up
lifelong.
fast, and it still took me almost 10 years before I could go on my own. But at that point, I was confident enough to go on my own, and and now I'm at a
Listen.
point where I can say I was confident. I mean, I did know enough, and I've done a good job, and I made mistakes along the way, but I learned from them,
Right.
and but
And at 10 years, like, yeah, there's only so much you can learn in Florida,
But
especially when you already know all the products and stuff like that.
And
Like,
considering what you had to say about it, though, like someone who's not maybe ambitious or like really doesn't
and
know
tries
where
to go
they're
on
going to
their
go,
own
and,
early.
like, yeah, exactly. And there's guys like that, right?
Yeah.
So like that is a real thing. It just doesn't apply to me, but
I'm
absolutely.
not trying to
Absolutely,
generalize.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to come to a happy medium here where everybody's right.
No. And everybody's
Let's
wrong.
talk This has been a
breaking
good
my
conversation.
And everybody's wrong at the
Hey,
same time, right? Everybody's got
slow-mo.
a grain of salt to
this,
eat.
This has been a great conversation, though. Like
I
we've
like it.
gotten to the bottom of everything, it seems like. And I just want to say, Shay says, "Spill the tea, girls." Third period coming
What does
up.
that mean? Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, because
Who cares about hockey? God damn it.
No, but spill the tea because we're almost going at each other for a second. Had to get calmed down a little.
Oh, geez. It's gonna
hey,
take a
we're all
lot more.
friends,
It's
man.
gonna take a lot more than that to
Yeah.
piss me off. Yeah.
Absolutely. Another drink of whiskey too.
But
What's
I
up,
mean-
Mark?
I see the bomb.
Yeah.
You didn't even bring a hoot up, and you
Yeah.
want the bong?
Here you go.
Thanks, sir.
But yeah, you know
That's
what?
too much.
It is kind of time to call it a wrap.
That
I
was a
think.
good one. Yeah.
I think that was
like
good
it.
discussion. If you like that, give us a thumbs up in the comments or
Kind of
something.
railroaded Byron's interview there.
No, Byron got to
I-
got
a
to
little
say what he
bit.
needed to say.
Yeah.
The
Definitely.
railroading podcast.
I was actually surprised to see our viewers go up while we're having that discussion. At first, it kind of went down, but then it went up, and
It's got a lot to do with the thumbnail, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like they're like, oh, this conversation's getting good. Let's click on this.
I don't know, man.
But I mean,
we
they stick
sustained
around.
Like 7 people,
Yeah, they
which is
stick
good for
around.
us, so, yeah, everyone didn't
Sweet.
tune out. So,
Great.
Andrew said this was a
Entertaining.
great debate. Yeah. So, if
Cool.
Andrew says so, then you know it's true.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and we'd like to get Andrew on one day here.
Andrew.
if he'd ever
You're on next week too.
strap up. Yeah,
Just sign
apparently
everyone for next
fucking
week.
everyone's on.
3-hour special next week. No, but we're gonna try to have guests every episode for you guys.
I'd really like to get Luch on with Carm, because they kind of go hand in hand.
But they have to come on separately first, and
oh,
then.
okay.
But
okay.
I guess they do a rally, or at least Luch does a rally every
yeah,
second
no,
week.
they do. Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta time it.
Okay.
So, which is why we need Luch next week.
Cool.
Yeah,
Kind of could do a background thing.
Yeah, buddy.
Byron Kit,
Thank you.
You've been more than cordial. The crowd goes wild.
Oh wow, thank you.
We
All we gotta
enjoy
do is
it.
say your name.
You wipe
Byron
your own
Kit.
ass.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, folks. Anyways, Byron Kitty wipes his own ass, ladies and gentlemen. He
Andrew,
can
I'll just
do
show
it.
you about next week.
As far as I can remember.
Yeah, we'll see. What about today? Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Hold
this
up.
is what?
Andrew, I was joking about next week. The
Oh.
week after, maybe. But yeah.
Anyways, we'll talk to
Anyways.
Andrew off the air. Ladies
Off
and
the
gentlemen,
air.
from Prince George, BC, this has been the Crowded
Wait.
Room podcast.
They need some real outro music. You guys want some real outro music? Here,
Okay, so our second outro
You thought we were
coming
done?
at you
We
from
back.
the deep north.
I gotta shamelessly plug my music all the time, and today we're gonna play some of Andrew and I's music because Andrew is dope.
Shameless as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah,
let's
we
see
appreciate
here.
it all.
There we
Thank you
go.
guys so much for listening. Please tune in next week where we have a million guests lined up. But
Yeah,
we're
you
gonna
get what you get
recap.
next week.
We're gonna recap our trip to Calgary that we're doing. Hopefully, fucking early tomorrow morning to go watch Alan fight.
Oh, and that's right. We're going to Calgary tomorrow, and
We'll bring you the details.
we're gonna
Please
film some
tune in.
content and go live.
Yeah.
Hopefully Saturday. And yeah, so here's some music for an outro. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Shit.
Why can't you say that we are just going to be the one thing you will just have to obey? Now you will see. Oh, my name. Let's rock. You and me, we have a tragedy. We must be solved, or all will be Let's rock.
When you go too fast, you make mistakes.